It didn't work.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey.
Hello and welcome to the Lord's Brewing Co. YouTube channel. I'm John and you are?
I am Mark from the Craft Beer Hub. I am Paul from Paul's Beer Reviews, but you all know that because I'm massive. I'm a massive channel, you know. So yeah. How are you, mate? How are you all? How is everyone?
You're so modest. It's
I am.
you,
I am.
that.
I don't mess about.
Thomas says, "Hi everyone.
Hello, Thomas.
If you buying, I've been
If you're
drinking.
banned, I've been drinking." That's how Thomas would say.
I'll buy you a drink, Thomas, anytime, old boy." Kev C says, "It's been a long time." It is. So, my front garden can only be described as a postage stamp, and I'm listening to you guys through earphones, and I'm aware that I could be shouting. So I have a little microphone to the right of me here, which is kind of balanced on the edge of my it's the cup holder in my chair.
Loving it.
So
So let me paint the picture. John is sitting literally in the front of his property. And in front of him is a road with lots of cars parked on it. And he don't give a monkeys, which is funny. Simo's in. Hello, Simo.
hello, Simo. How are we doing? What's been happening, Simo? So there's a funny thing I want to show you. It's very important. Let me just lift this camera up and turn. This is my Christmas tree. It's looking a bit sorry for itself.
It is a little bit. It should do really by now.
Yeah, but it came in a pot, right? And we were told, oh yeah, you can grow it after. And then somebody else told me the ones in the red pots, because he used to work at a garden centre, they never grow. And I was like,
Yeah, right.
and he was right.
Why
They
do people say that? Why do people say that? I don't know why people turn around and say, "Oh, it won't grow." So of course it will bloody grow. It's a plant. Of course it will grow.
But apparently the red ones, if I dig that out, it has no roots. It's just stuck in mud. Now, I was going to throw it away, but one of my mates came round and mocked me for it in January and said, look at that. Hope the Christmas tree is doing well. So I'm keeping it now until it looks really, really bad. And then I'm going to put some lights and decorations on it, and I'm going to drop it off at his house in his front garden, and then he can have it for another year. What, hon? You what?
The fact is, spruces and conifers are notoriously hard to manage. They'll do well for a little while, and all of a sudden they'll just start going brown, and there's just no explanation for it. Sometimes you just have to cut lumps off of them, but yeah. Thomas says, please reply to the stream, you bastard. Please reply to it. Chubby Phil's in. Hello, Chubby Phil. How are you, mate? How are you doing? He simply says, how do?
My wife, she's bullying me. She wants the car keys. Look how many car keys I've got.
There's a car key in there somewhere. Thomas saying hello to Phil. Trilby Phil says, I watched the live stream from Stonehenge this morning. Low. I was up early as usual. You know what? I said to myself yesterday, I'm going to get up really early, watch the sunrise. I didn't get up early and watch the sunrise. I was fast asleep. It never happened. It never happened. I can't believe it's summer solstice already. Can you believe it's the longest day already? So it's now going to gradually, the days are going to gradually start getting shorter again, all the way down to the 21st of December. How has that happened? How has that happened?
I
Where's
don't
the
know.
time?
I just don't feel like we've had a hot week. Well, last week was a bit hit and miss.
Well, don't get me wrong. We're not going to be defeated. Summer's only just started, right? But the longest day always seems to come really early. You know, so I ain't ready for it. I ain't ready for it. Joby says, "Hello, Thomas. Hello. Cool Riper's in." So yo.
I want to sneeze. I want to sneeze. I'm drinking this stuff. It's flipping horrible.
Steinhauser. I want German beer as well. I'm on. Here's a Jesus Christ, John. Here's a tip for everyone. Franz's Ghana. This is my personal go-to favourite vice beer. Lidl are now selling this, and they are selling it for £1.59 a bottle. That is the cheapest I've ever seen it. Get yourself down to Lidl's, lads. You want a good Weizen? That's the one.
It's a Weizen.
Barry.
Oh man, Barry. I'm still
Barry.
looking trim. Still looking
Yes.
good, baby.
Getting rabid.
So, yeah. I'm going to need another haircut soon, though. But Barry started doing some of my mates' hair now as well. And he's like, Barry's a legend.
Word of mouth, mate.
So,
Word of mouth. Best form of advertising in the world.
It's true. Thomas says, hey, Barry. Hey, Barry. Hey, Barry. Sup, Windows, it says. Barry, have you been playing golf today? This weather, I mean, literally, I can't see a cloud in the sky.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful.
A few contrails and jets, and that's about it. Whew, it's beautiful out here.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. And the hay fever's kicking in. I took a hay fever tablet. Do you know what it was, right? So I went to Aldi, and I thought, I'll give Aldi another go with a beer. And I bought that because I thought, I'm not sure if this is an Aldi brand.
Yeah, I think it is. Or is it? Steinhauser.
Well,
No,
it says it's brewed and bottled by Radeberger Group, KG, Germany. But it's just not very good.
I think there is actually an Aldi one, isn't it, Steinhauser? Because I drank that for a little while when Reinbacher went to the toilet. I drank that for a little while, and I wasn't very impressed with that either. So yeah, so I don't really go to Aldi. I can't remember the last time I went into an Aldi.
Luckily, I've got a 5-litre mini keg in my beer monster machine of Sleeper.
Oh yeah.
The only problem is it doesn't fit in my cool bag that's built into my chair.
That's where you kind of need to be with the machine, don't you? So it's kind of.
So down here, I don't know if can you see that?
I can see a little. Oh yes, you got an ice pack in there.
Yeah.
Oh nice. Nice. I do like that idea.
And it's an Amazon's basic chair.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's an investment.
That's my belly and man boobs.
That's a cracking shot.
It's beautiful.
The sun is hiding nothing at this stage.
No,
it's full on.
Il Corvo's in the house. How are you? I hope I'm not shouting. I can't tell.
Yeah,
when the neighbours come out.
Just say hello to Cool Ripe. Cool Ripe is in.
Yeah, Cool Ripe, the legend.
Yo, legends, mate. Came down to Brew London. The story that him and his mate were telling us how they got down there.
Hilarious.
Genius. What a couple of lads. Honestly, what a couple of lads. Had a great time drinking with them too. Brilliant.
Total legends. Bloody hell, John. Bloody hell again.
Hell, John. Again, he's sneezing like a trooper.
I know. Now I've got the sniffles. Only on a weekend, but I'm always drinking on the course.
How old are you, bro? It's just me. I always associate golf with old people, older people with money.
Well, Barry's both of those things. Is
older with money.
Loaded. I can literally hear him shouting at the telly with me saying that. No, Barry is not what you think Barry would be like. In fact, Mark met Barry at the Sleeper beer launch at Zephyr, which might I add, Zephyr is shut now. It's
Yeah,
gone.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, sad times.
I read the social media post of Belgium. I was like, is Zephyr really closing?
Yeah,
What are they turning it into?
it's going to be a restaurant.
Boring.
He sold it, and they've turned it into a food place. It's
That's
Henry 420 Outdoor Cooking.
Henry. Hello,
How you
sir.
doing, Henry?
How are you,
Damn
mate?
good evening to you. He's a good. I like Henry.
I like Henry. Nice guy.
He's a lovely man.
Nice guy. He's got great Lego hair. The best.
He doesn't in his videos though.
That went down far too quickly.
People are looking at me really strange when they walk past.
Because you're sat outside your house talking to yourself. It's a bit strange.
It is true. It's true. It is a bit odd.
Windows is
Someone's saying hi.
Sharky boy's
Barry's-
in. Yeah, boy.
How you doing, my fellow Yahoo?
What's happening, Kev? How are you, dog? What you batting on today? I don't know why I'm talking like that. They're in California. They talk nothing like that.
No, they don't.
Hey, how you doing? In California.
California.
What's going
You see
on?
Joe Biden? Joe Biden fell off the bike, man.
I love Joe Biden. I love his politics.
His no, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to die.
Let's go, Biden.
Oh, look, there's a little Ewok in there. Chadio, how you doing, my friend? Here he is. Oh,
hello,
look
boys
at
and
that
girls.
setup. Look at that setup.
Oi, that's a bit different, isn't it?
We're gonna just have to go.
literally finished it apart from this blooming LED strip. There you go.
Look at that. Look at it.
But this LED strip's not working, so we haven't got any colours.
Oh.
Annoying. How are we anyway, chapter? Everyone
Right, take it all down. Take it all down, mate. Ruin now.
It's no good, Mike. You're gonna have to throw it away.
Yeah, it just won't do. Won't do. I like it, mate. I like that. There's a geezer wearing a Lord's t-shirt standing behind you. Bit skinny though.
Yeah, that was probably me when before my beer journey started. I was
Already started the channel.
When you were thin.
Oh, what's happening, Mark? What are you drinking, son?
Oh, sorry, mate. I'm just going to give the missus back her phone charger.
Oh, outrageous.
April coming in, throwing away.
No, she's in a
around.
dressing gown. I'm drinking a Me Keller. It's described as a hazy IPA, but it's
Not hazy.
3.5%.
Me killer.
What?
Look, it says around the top, hazy IPA,
Yeah.
3.5.
Well,
Do you know what? I want that to be good. 3.5%.
It's actually all right. I'll give it credit actually for 3.5%. That's very nice.
Was that a supermarket job?
Yeah, where was that from?
Was it M&S?
Yeah, I think you could be right there, mate. M&S.
They stock a lot of the McKellar stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do. That's all right, actually.
Yeah. I love it when a brewery can brew a beer sort of 4 or -4 and it tastes good. I'm just like, wow.
I mean, your beer of the year last year was People, Money, Space, Time, wasn't it? What was that? 3?
Yeah, I think that's 3.7, something like
3.7.
very nice. Very nice.
How are
Sharky
you, Mr.
says, I'm all right. I keep sneezing. I've got a tad bit of hay fever, but luckily I found these the other day. I forgot I had them. And they're special edition Chip Foose Oakleys.
So I love them shades apart from the red and white bit. That would just put me off.
It's actually red, white, and grey, but they're injectors. That's what they are. If
The
you
what?
look. The pattern of them is fuel injectors.
I do like the shape. Just have that in black. I'll be all over that. Like cheap suit. Lovely.
Well, I like the specialness of them. I like Chip Foose, the legend.
Chicken poo.
I was going to wear my Pit Vipers,
good.
but I felt like I was crossing the line sitting in my front garden with Pit Vipers drinking beer.
Yeah. The fact that John is sat facing the road right now, it's weird enough as he is.
I'll give you a little turnaround. Look, literally.
That's the road.
That's my garden. It's got the Lord's van, our Tiguan, and the Citroen on the other side over there.
Where we go?
Taking over the road.
We've got loads of parking on it. But I only park them all here because on the next street they've got some family's got 6 cars and no parking, so they come down here and block all our parking up. So I thought I'm not having this. So I brought these 3, and then I brought another. Yeah, and I brought the other van home. Yeah.
What's good with you, Henry? What are you drinking? Henry, are you drinking? Henry's always there, and I'm always like, what are you drinking, dude? What are you drinking? Hey, Disco's in.
Hello, Craig. Hello, Disco. Hello, Sharky, everybody. Barry.
Evening greets beautiful people. Happy damn longest day of the year. Cheers.
Happy summer solstice.
Yeah, boy.
Happy summer solstice.
Barry says we're knobheads.
I'd like to think Barry sent that comment before I joined.
No. They definitely included you.
That's it.
I think it was because. Oh, sorry. Am I making loads of noise here? I'm moving the microphone.
Disco said it's not actually the longest day of the year. It just chuffing feels like it.
Yeah, it did today. Was I was scratching the head up. I don't know. It doesn't look that bad on camera, but all my arms are like ripped apart. Can you see all that up there?
Oh,
blimey! What happened?
I was wiring through a loft space.
oh.
Lath and plaster. So I was like cutting out the wooden lathes, and that's like all the scratches from the wooden lathes. The buggers.
Not fun.
The buggers.
I'm actually kind of scratch free at the moment, which is weird.
I broke a nail the other day. Oh, it was terrible. I just cut it back a little bit too far.
That's what happened.
Do you know the silly bit is when you don't? So I did manual labour for years when I left school. That's all I ever did. And now, because somebody said to me the other day, "Do you work? What do you do at the brewery?" And I said, "Well, I'm an official lifter and typer. I type and I lift things." And they were like, "What? That's a job?" And I was like, "Yeah, pretty much. That's what I do at the brewery. I just lift things up and type things, and that's it. That's all I do."
That's no job.
So it's no job. It's no job. And I'm still fat. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Cheers, John and Paul. What's good, you lads? What's good? The path at work at the brewery's finally been widened and repaired. The roof's done and the front's been repointed. So it's safe enough. It will be safe enough as of the end of next week to maybe have the tap room open.
I was going to ask this. The first thing I saw when I saw that pathway down, I was like, "Oh, does this open the doors to the tappy again?"
It's tempting. I'm thinking maybe doing a little cheeky Saturday night.
Do it.
Henry's saying poor show to Mark.
Who was asking me the other day? Oh, who was I speaking to? Daniel Bale. And he was asking about a meetup. And I was like, you never know.
So the hotel, the Pennine Manor, is back open now. So we could probably get some special rates for rooms. And that literally is just up the road. So you could get a taxi from the brewery to there for a couple of quid.
Yep.
Or I could get Steve to run my van backwards and forwards and just pick everybody up and then at the night drop them all back off again. In fact, that'd probably be more expensive though because fuel's so much.
Yeah, it cost you about 500 quid to do that, wouldn't it? A few runs back and forth.
What does Yo Mark mean?
Yow.
Not a clue.
Yow. Is that Polish?
Yo.
Mark gets a new toy and he still drinks out of a can.
I've got my nice Bull of the Woods glass, mate. There you go. Not that you can really see the. There you go.
Bullet Woods.
Bullet Woods.
Bullet Woods on a grass.
It's
Four there, beers at the
Beer
Wholesome Beer
Reviews.
Festival, 24th and 25th of June. What?
Get down there. Get down. Yeah, plug it, man. Plug it.
Hi, Craig. How you doing? I'm drinking a
Hello,
beer that I'm not enjoying, but hey,
Hey, Craig. What are you drink? What are you actually drinking, John?
I'm drinking that tat.
I've got good memories of that beer caravanning when I was about 17. When Aldi and Lidl first opened.
It's, like, it's just a bit meh.
Yeah.
I filled up my.
And it's slightly skunked as well.
I filled up my bottle. Ignore the Mark's beer reviews; it's all old stuff. Jack Howard bought me that, so I wanted to put that up. But I filled up my bottle thing.
Oh, nice. Who's made the Wall of Fame?
We got Curious Brewery because I used to live near them. Hofbrau, a random French brewery, Tartarus, Buckham, Chimay, Bellou. They're a German thing. Warsteiner, Hofmeister, Vedette, Paul Anna, Schneiderweiss, Golden Drac, Erdinger. Loads of them. Some good ones on there.
I like that.
Got the got the Leffe, the Cascade, Leffe Royale Cascade cap in there. Yeah,
Nice.
some good ones.
I like that. You got some good ones, didn't you?
I was thinking Chimay, and I want to go Chamon.
Oh, Le Chouffe. I had a really good Le Chouffe cherry beer when I was away caravanning in the camper van in France. That was like, yeah, that was good. Bless you.
Oh, he's off now. He's off. Mocked me for my sneezing.
That was yours travelling down from Yorkshire down here. It finally got up your nose.
Apparently, by the time I read this message, it'll be the shortest day of the year.
Yeah, come on.
Happy shortest.
I still have a Christmas tree behind me this day.
I've got one next to me.
Yeah.
Happy shortest day of the year.
Oh.
More likely next year. Oh, cheers, Craig. Thanks a lot.
Vote. Charles' Happy New Year. Yeah, freaking
Honestly.
yummy. Blitz it, John. Blitz it. Go.
Here we go. Cheers, dear lads. Craig, bro, good evening. Happy New Year 2023. That's fine. Evening. It's Jesse. How are we doing, Jesse?
Hey, Jesse.
Cheers, Henry, mate. Faversham, Kent, Bishop's Finger, Kentish Strong Ale, Paul, brother. How about you guys?
Nice. Enjoy, my friend. I will be mostly drinking Franciscana this evening. Thank you.
And he is going to have the worst hangover in the world tomorrow.
I also got a cup of water with me, so I'll be fine.
That's a good move, actually. I better do that, actually.
Henry's doing lots of emojis.
I might start hitting these in a bit. The Chernigivskis from the AB InBev Ukraine beer.
Yeah. I had I bought a few crates of that. I thought I'd do my bit. And I had a few. And I was like, oh, these are awful. So I gave 2 crates to my mate at his house party and just left them there.
I thought for £1 a can, it weren't too bad.
Yeah. And they've gone down as well. I went into my local Morrison's the other day and they were selling them for £7 for a box.
For 10, for a pack of 10.
For a box of 10 cans, yeah, £7. So, yeah, it's awful lager, but it's all for a good cause.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Paul, Jim says, Paul, I just got through watching your latest video. It makes it sound like it was hard work.
Deal.
Just got through it.
Jesus Christ. That was the longest 10 minutes of my life. No, appreciate it, Jim. Thank you, dude.
Benjamin says, notice how Simon never joins anyone else's stream or even post comments to support you guys when he's...
I know. I know.
Yeah. He does. He has come on a few live streams.
He's come on a couple of times, yeah. But he doesn't have to.
Don't forget, though, it's his job. It's not my... Well, it is my job, technically. But, like, he's not doing it for fun.
No, so he's horrible. He's horrible, Simon. I've never liked him. I hate him.
It's the same reason why you don't buy mechanics' cars, because they don't like fixing their car when they're not at work. It's just... Yeah.
He's given me the odd shout out. To be fair, he's all right. I think he just does it all day long, so I can't blame him.
Exactly. I've been drinking with a guy on a few occasions now, and he's a lovely bloke. So he can do what he wants on here, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Mark, and he got me, and actually, he's got me to 1,000 on his. He came up, did a live stream, and in fact, there were 3 moments where he really pushed us hard, and he pushed us hard through lockdown, and that's why the business survived, because people in the Stone Crow bought our beer. So, whilst that's what you think, Benjamin, in reality, that isn't the truth, because I don't think I would have got to 1,000 if he hadn't pushed me. And he came up to the brewery, did a live stream with us, and pushed us on that night over 1,000. And he's always lets me drop a discount code in his live streams and stuff like that, and talk to everybody and selling beer. He's never once told me not to do it. I mean, if I jumped on other people's channels and just hardcore hit them for sales, I think they'd flipping kick me out. So that's not really true what you're saying there.
No, I agree.
So
I think it's probably Benjamin's looking at it at face value. I think there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't see and stuff, and messages and stuff. But I do understand what Ben's saying. But there's a lot of stuff.
This ain't real. This ain't real.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
No, you actually
turn off. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. If you meet us in person, it's a completely different world. You know, this is my hobby. This is Mark's hobby. This is John's job. You know, he has to promote his brewery. Simon, that's his job. So he has to push it. He has to push it and push it and push it. You know, everyone's got a different agenda. You know.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll have a few beers tonight, and then tomorrow morning I've got to get up and go gardening. You know, it's different for everyone. So
yeah, I've got to do the school run, and then crawl my way to the computer with a coffee, and start answering emails. So, Mark, did the Ewoks drink all the beer in the beer monster?
The Ewok drank all the beer in the beer monster on one night and got rather drunk. So yes,
there is one thing that would make the beer monster so much better.
Go on.
A flow meter that tells you how many beers you've had.
Yeah, that would be nice, rather than just
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's just I get to the end of 5 litres and I think, holy cow, I've just drunk 5 litres.
I had that on my birthday stream.
You could plan for it, couldn't you, at least?
Honestly, the keg was sitting in the kitchen and my wife was like, you've done the whole keg. And I was like, yeah, I just had like no way to like track the amount I was drinking. I was just smashing it like half. Next thing you know.
I went round to Chris's beer reviews the other night.
I see your review.
I was spangled. Right, we went round there. Chris goes, I've got Life and Death. Right, he got a right touch from Beerhawk. He ordered a keg of Life and Death for the PD. Somehow they managed to send him 2 kegs and 2 glasses for the price of 1 keg. Yeah, but Chris wasn't going to say nothing, right? So he'd done one over the previous week, and he said, "Look, mate, I need to come over and do this Life and Death keg." And Chris was drinking all these random Belgian beers that night. So he basically let me polish off a keg of Vocation Life and Death. And I didn't realise it was happening. There was 1 pint left. There was 1 pint of it left the next day, apparently. So when he goes, let's do a beer review. And I'm like, yeah, great idea. I could barely see.
What was it? An Imperial Stout, wasn't it?
I'm sitting there just like, what's going on, man?
That's brilliant.
Funny. It was funny.
Jim, no low and brow, Mark, for shame.
No, there isn't on there, mate. Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? I'll see if I can fix that.
Low and brow.
Shocking. Never fear, Brad. The duck dinosaur is here.
The Bradosaurus is in.
That's an awesome entry.
The Bradosaurus. I love it. We went off on a tangent on Steve's live the other night, and I decided that if Brad was a dinosaur, he'd be a herbivore, because look how freaking happy he looked in his profile picture. You know he eats leaves. He don't eat other diamonds.
Leave.
He eats leaves.
Oh, good.
Far too happy.
Oh man, he's a happy boy. I like Brad. What a lovely bloke.
I'll tell you what, I bet he's happy. He's got a beautiful little girl now. His life's sorted.
Yeah, man.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is. Now, I mean, the only thing that lets him down is he lives closer to France than I do.
Where is Brad from?
Belgium.
He's Belgian.
Yeah. Birmingham, innit? Birmingham. Close.
Oh, we honestly, we just talk absolute nonsense most of the time. Cool, right? When are we all meeting for a few jars? Well, we could do it at the brewery.
Yeah.
And once all this, like, 2 ton of stone that's set in the car park is moved, there is no reason why you couldn't camp. You should park your camper van in the car park. Just throwing that out there.
Absolutely,
Opening night, the reopening of Law's Brewery after COVID and everything else is a big old meet-up.
That'd be carnage. It will spill out into our little car park. People will be running to the top of the hill and then rolling down it.
I was looking at the path. I was looking at the path today, and I thought that's actually big enough now that I could have like fold-down benches that come down with fold-down benches, and then you could like tables and benches that fold down on. And you could sit out there.
I was saying to you earlier, I'll bring down my strimmer. I'll just buzz over that patch of grass. We get a few tables and chairs, mate. We'll be laughing. It'll be awesome.
Beautiful view. Beautiful view.
Beautiful. Imagine that. Sitting on that bit of grass there. Having a few jars. Oh, it'd be awesome. On a nice summer's evening.
It would be good.
Just thinking about it.
It would be good.
It'd be awesome.
Mr. Fulton Miraz. Hello, guys. I am auditioning for NBC's The Voice virtual audition tonight at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard. Wish me luck.
Wow, that's insane.
Epic.
Good luck, brother.
Wish you luck. Good luck, mate. I hope it all works out for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just about to move on to a Ghost Ship Pale Ale from Shipyard Ipa. That is Mark's favourite. He loves it.
Be in the shipyard and just drink the Ghost Ship. Bin it. No,
Shipyard's just Marston's, isn't it?
I believe it is, yeah. I believe it is.
Yeah. I've had a Shipyard and I didn't mind it, actually. That was years ago.
I think it'd be better out of bottle. I remember my local getting in Shipyard on draft and it was awful.
I had it on keg and I didn't think it was too bad. But that honestly must be... I was in Wales and it was a pub that was actually on the beach. And you had to... It was like on almost like an arm of land that stuck out. And you had to walk. You couldn't drive to the pub. You had to walk all the way out on this arm.
Awesome.
And it was in a cove, so it's protected from the weather, but it's all sandy beach in front of it. So you literally walk on the beach to go in the front door of the pub. It was awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Matt Hall, the handsome devil himself.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, Matt. How are you, mate?
Happy anniversary for yesterday, Mr. Hall.
How long have you two been together then?
It's only just been made public, actually. I'll tell you what, he's bloody handsome. I'd have a go on him.
He does a couple of weeks in France, right? He comes back a time frame.
What he didn't tell everybody, that him and April actually went to a swingers thing in France.
Yeah. New beaches.
They all get in each other's campers.
That's what it is.
Talking of swingers, here's one now.
It should be called a cottaging holiday. Oh, hello, Tom.
Hello. What are you talking about my summer plans for? What are you doing?
Carry on camping. There he is.
How are we doing?
How you doing, mate?
All right, thanks. How are you all?
Living the dream.
Glorious.
Yeah, it's hot. It's proper hot.
It is.
I'm worried for the longevity of all of my computer things. If the screen goes black, you know what's happened. It's just fried itself.
I'm genuinely debating because I've got this much beer left and it's awful. I don't want the other bottle, and I am that hot.
Why are
I
you
might,
wasting your time? Get on the sleeper, son.
I might go and go to the back garden instead.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. You guys catch up on the comments, and
For sure.
I can't see where the mouse is. I'll let myself out, and I'll come back in a minute.
There it is. It's true. I'm not real. Jim says, "Hey Phil." Got a frog in my throat.
Hey, Drew.
Disco says, "Oh, Henry, I'll see you in Moonlighting too." No. Hashtag Disco. Shark says, "Hey, Duckosaurus." Shark says, "Hey, Trilbosaurus." To Trilby Phil. Brad says, "Shark, you all right, buddy?" Everyone's talking to each other, which is good. Henry says, "No, Disco. I'll be honest, bro. Not sure what that means." TGGA Plays simply says, "Hi. How you doing?" Core Up says, "What a plan." Sharks saying to Brad says, "Doing okay. Recovering from Sunday night. Dealt with a small flood from a water pipe leaking." Oh, not the one. Not the one. Luke will explain, Henry, says Disco. Brad says, "Yes, I'm a Brummy. I went on Steve's live Saturday night and no one could understand what I was saying because of my Brummy accent." I love that. What's he saying? What's he on about? Shark. Brad says, "Shark, that sounds a nightmare." Emery says, "No, Brad, Disco will ask him. Sorry, I couldn't see the stream, just a chat. It's a problem with Google Chrome. Opera works fine." Jim says, "Agreed, Mark. The Shipyard Fuggles IPA was disgusting."
Yeah.
Disgusting. Never had it.
Right, I'm just going to give my wife a hand with the baby because the baby's crying her head off. Give us 2
Okay,
seconds.
Okie dokie. We are nearly caught up.
Shipyards in the US is different to what we get here, though. Ours is all made
Yeah.
courtesy of Marston's, isn't it?
I got a bottle of the what is it? The Portland Lager. I got a bottle of that in the fridge downstairs. Haven't tried it yet, but I'm not expecting good things.
No, probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Where do you get to?
Shark says, "Brad, we got lucky to catch it early. Damage wasn't too bad. It's just dealing with the insurance company. We've got the pipe fixed. It's all good for the moment. That's something, I guess."
Nice.
Matt is laughing away there. Matt says, "Been together 24 years, married for 8 years. Wow. Blimey."
Oh, dear. Those bits beating me.
They're together for 16 years before you married her. That is a shift. That is a proper shift. Shark simply says, "Chug, chug, John." Disco says, Full House. All the beautiful people on screen now. You know it. You know it. Matt Hall says, "I'm matching Tom's glass tonight." From NCBF.
It is indeed. It's quite funky. Look at it.
That's a nice glass, that.
It's not bad, eh?
Not bad at all. Like a proper IPA glass.
It's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's what you're drinking anyway.
Just a bit of burger because it's red hot.
A bit of burger. Yeah.
Bit of burger.
A good lager for the weather, isn't it? A good lager.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Henry says, "Cheers, Crummy."
Cheers, Henry.
Kilby Phil says, "Jim, Shark, hello. I've caught up with the chat. Look at that."
No,
So,
admin's done.
What was it? Was it Nottingham Craft Beer Festival?
Yes, Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. I went on Friday afternoon. Yeah, I had a very good time. It was red hot, as most of you will be aware. Friday afternoon was scorching everywhere.
Crazy hot.
And I did that thing where I left the house in a bit of a flap because I've been at work and then was shooting straight off to get there for opening. Got in the cab and but it not barely got past the end of my road and I gone, forgot my hat, forgot the sun cream, forgot. I was like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? I was like, so I got a mate who lives in town. I was like, if it's that bad, I can get him to sort something for me, I'm sure. But thankfully, it was they had lots of shaded areas, so I didn't have to sit in the sun. So
that's the result.
So yeah, but no, it was very good. Had a lot of very good beers.
Highlights.
One that most people won't have heard of, I don't think, is a brewery called Bang the Elephant, which is an obscure one. I've mentioned them before, but not
local to you, aren't they?
They are, yeah. And I tried some of their stuff about a year or so ago. It was very good. It was very experimental, but it was very nice. I haven't seen a lot of their stuff come up other than like the one dedicated bottle shop I know I can get their stuff from. And it's been a while since I had two of theirs at NCBF, and I think they were the standouts. There was really something special. Let me try and find the one that I thought was especially good, because it sounds a bit mad, but for the weather it worked beautifully. Let me see if I can dig it out. It was called Symposium. It's a blended wild ale with citrus peel and honey.
Oh, and who did that one? Was that Bang the Elephant?
That was Bang the Elephant, yeah.
Wow, that does sound good. I love their artwork. I love their logo. I love their artwork. Bang the Elephant. They do look good. Yeah,
it's all a little bit Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and it's good. I like it.
Exactly. Jim says, Tom, enjoyed the drone video.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got yes, got a toy. Waited the best part of 18 months for a new drone to come out. I've not bought one before. I was like, I knew this new one was coming. I was like, that's going to be the one. That's going to be the one. Anyway, after a lot of faff, I've ended up buying the old one that I could have got 18 months ago because I refused. They've got so many issues with delivering stuff. Even if you manage to get your hands on the drone, you wouldn't be able to get your hands on a spare battery for 6 months and stuff like that, which is pointless when you only get like 20 minutes fly time. So I just went, no, you know what? Let's save half the cash, buy the cheap one, and see how much we like it.
You wait all that time and you get a completely different model anyway.
I mean, it's cheaper now than when I would have got it before, so that's one thing. So
that's a result, isn't it?
That's the only. But yeah, it's there'll be some more drone things coming eventually. It'll just be add-ins to other videos, especially when I'm in Scotland and stuff like that. It's not going to become a drone channel because I don't know what I'm doing really. But
I like watching drone stuff. It is very cool. Just getting a perspective that you just don't see very often. You know, cool places. Matt says, Tom, did you get the chance to try the barrel-aged Obi-Wan Kenobi from Emperor?
I didn't, because it had banana in it, and given the price and the ABV, I did not want to stop myself having something else for something that got banana in it, because I don't like banana.
What were the serving sizes?
Third or half.
Yeah.
I think on the stronger stuff it was probably a third only, but yeah.
So is that a barrel ale? Was it like an MP?
Yeah.
So I couldn't think of anything. MP. An MP stout when it's 32 degrees.
Yeah, that was the other issue.
Just give me lager. Just give me cold lagers and low IPAs, you know.
Right. Raggy was on the Impies at about 5:30 in the afternoon. I was looking at him like, I don't know how you do it, mate. I can't even. It was boiling hot. I was like, I just don't understand. My brain doesn't compute that.
I think Raggers is made of iron, and you can't touch it.
Yeah, I know someone commented on my video with him. They said Raggy's 4 feet tall, because I think the perspective I was shooting at probably wasn't doing any of my favors. He's not 4 feet tall, but he's definitely not super tall. But he can drink more than the rest of us put together, I think. So I don't know where he puts it.
It's kind of funny because when Paul was about the right size. When I saw Paul, I was like, yeah, that is the size of a man that I feel like I've got locked down. John turned up. I was like, bloody hell, he's 2 foot shorter than I thought he'd be. and then equally, Tom, I met you at the go-kart, and I was like, hello, crummy beard.
That's just savage. Everybody always comments on the fact
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. It's just a funny thing, obviously, meeting people that you've only met on screen or seen on screen, and then So what people don't know, Tom, how tall are you, Tom? 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'2".
Yeah, so 6'2" plus another 2 foot of arm, and then Raggy's going to look like a borrower, isn't he?
Yeah, I had not considered my angle of choice. I was trying to get a kind of a broader view of the whole place, but yeah, I just made Raggy look tiny.
You looked well on your way by that point. You had kind of taken on a bit of a pinkish complexion. The eyes were a little bit skinny.
I mean, to be fair, it was 30 degrees. The pinkish complexion, I think, was pre there. But yeah, that was getting towards the end of the endeavours for sure.
Yeah,
I can see it, Paul. I'm with you, because it was more the faces for me. It's more.
Yeah.
I was like, Tom's had a few beers.
I'm going to find another bar.
That's the other thing. When it's 30 degrees, right, you're just constantly thirsty, so you don't stop drinking ever.
Yeah.
You keep going. And then all of a sudden you realise all you've done is drink 7% of stuff for 4 hours without taking a breather, and you're like, hello.
You're drunk and you're sunburned, and you feel like you just suddenly ran into a wall, and you're like, what have I done with my life today? Yeah. Been there.
So true. Brad Evans says, "Yeah, I'm a Brummie. I went on Steve's Live Saturday night, and no one could understand what I was saying."
We're well ahead of you, mate. We're well ahead.
John, you want to get to 7:40? Matt Hall.
7:40.
7:40.
7:40.
7:40, mate. 7:40 for English people.
Oh, I heard about the drone thing. Did you get a chance to try Barrel Aged Obi-Wan Kenobi?
We just answered that one. It was from there on, sir.
We're just saying, Imperial Stouts in 30-degree heat, not the one.
No, definitely not.
But considering they're about £12 a pint as well.
It's like drinking in the hot tub. It's exactly the same thing. It's fine for a while, and you think you're doing just fine, and then all of a sudden, you're like, it's like an instantaneous thing. You've gone from being fine to being full Rasco.
I like the new metric, full Rasco.
Full
Rasco, yeah. It's like, on Tropic Thunder where it goes, never go full retard. Never go full Rasco.
Never seen it.
So is one of them. It's 1 minute he's absolutely sound as a pound, and the next he's gone.
Yeah, there's like no in between.
Yeah, there's no.
He was arsehole at Brew London, wasn't he?
But both years in a row, and both years it came out of nowhere. Like the 1 minute he was fine, and the next he was just like, "Oh, I am Rasco, and I want better beer." Out of nowhere. Both
I will say though, to be fair on him, this time round he wasn't that bad. Mark was the worst.
Okay.
I'll tell you what did it.
Mark was fine. I saw him. We finished on the butt. Yeah. He literally went off.
He ran off. He went off on an adventure like Bilbo Baggins, and he came back absolutely out of his tree with his little Budvar glass. Couldn't understand a word he was saying. It was brilliant.
Redeem ruined him.
He did.
Brew London was brilliant. I've actually got the tag there, but
you got to keep him, haven't you? Wear it next year. They'll let you in.
Jim says, "Bang the Elephant" sounds like a North Carolina redneck romance novel. Shark says Paul's doing his bit for Pride Month.
Yeah, you got to do the rainbows, haven't you?
Absolutely. Jim says Tom also liked your Abarth car video with no alcohol IPA. A little artsy, I think.
I'm not lying. That surprisingly, that Beavertown alcohol-free job, it was actually nice. Like genuinely, I would buy again.
I've not tried the Beavertown one.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I don't like any of their normal beers, so I didn't hold much hope. But genuinely, yeah, really enjoyed it. Would buy it again. Yeah.
So if you're listening, Beavertown, there's your future. Don't put alcohol in your beers anymore.
Yeah. That double IPA, that what was it called? Solar Flare.
Yeah, was it not good?
No. I've got a little idea I want to run past you in chat in a minute. So we'll quickly whiz through these things. So it says, "Hey, Jim." And it says, "Hey, Kev." Hey, Kev. And then it says, "Wow.
Wow.
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 Wow. Brian Batonde. We'll be back a bit later, guys. Just going to feed little Mia. Oh,
bless.
Treasure every moment of it, because once they grow up into little flipping lunatics like I've got, you miss all those times. Brad Evans, take care. Tom, are you doing Derby Beer Con?
Derby.
I think of Demolition Derby when I say that.
Derby.
Like in a petrol head.
It's a good question. I could be tempted. I'm a little bit scarred from beer festivals in Derby. I went to the camera, the camera one, the big one, after years of going to the Nottingham one, which is fantastic. And I went to the Derby one year. I walked around, spent all my tokens at Blue Monkey, and then left. It was just tragic.
In Derby.
In Derby. Derby Bearcon is what we're going to call it now.
Derby. I haven't been to Derby for a few years. I've got good memories of Derby. The family holidays. I went to the old Showcase Cinemas. I don't know if that's still there.
There's one in Nottingham. I don't know if Derby ever had one, did they?
Oh, they definitely had one. They definitely had a Showcase Cinemas.
Did they?
I saw The Lost World.
They've got an Odeon.
Park film. Good memories. Good memories.
I don't think they've got a Showcase still. They've got an Odeon. I don't know what else.
Gutted. Showcase Cinemas in Derby. Derby.
Quite Norris is staring me out from over there. Have it. Look. What's him? Look. It's just there in the pool.
Staring at you.
Staring me out.
Hold on.
See, Toby's idea of an emoji, and like, oh, I want to get a float for the pool. Gets a flipping giant poo emoji.
A poo. Floaty poo.
I should put it in the background. Shall I go and get it?
Have you got two pools now, John?
I've got two, yeah.
I'll tell you what, the old breweries like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm not selling any beer.
One for you, 1,000 for me.
Blind bastard. Inflatable poos.
This
emoji.
is massive.
Classic. I like it.
Why did they put all the warnings on the front though?
I know. I was just thinking that. That's
How stupid is that? Like, you could put it on the back, but no.
Well, it's like when I got in with my mate had a McLaren 675 LT. You got in and across the sun visors, all the airbag warnings. It's like,
Oh yeah, that's for the American market, isn't it? That's there you go. My co-host for the night. So I bought the kids a little. Honestly, what a bargain! Went into TK. I flipping love TK Maxx. I just wish they put some like LSD on the end of the rails. It's like a giant jumble sale. But I got a little basketball thing, inflatable basketball net, and a ball that you throw in the pool. And the kids came back from school and they were enthralled with that for about 2 hours. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. For a £5. £5 to keep your kids occupied for over 2 hours. It's a flipping bargain.
I like TK Maxx because I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I don't.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm getting fatter every day, so my clothes don't fit me. The same clothes don't fit me 3 months ago, so why would I spend money?
No, I can't stand TK Maxx because if I want something to wear, I will go somewhere where I know it's going to be.
Yeah,
get it and get out. Where TK Maxx is a jumble sale.
Yeah,
bullshit. I've got time for that.
I think you summed it up. TK Maxx is a place where you go where you've got a couple of quid in your back pocket and you want a few bits. With random bits. If you want like a black suit with a X, Y, and Z, you don't go to TK Maxx because it's going to have some big old
absolute bargains in there. I found some really like stuff that has been super expensive anywhere else, and I've got it in there for peanuts. Problem is, I give my stuff away. Liz was saying it the other day. She says, "You do it all the time," and I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You upgrade and then you give your old stuff away." She says, "You do it all the time." And I was like, "No, I don't." And she's like, "Well, what about so-and-so? You gave him your car last time." I was like, "Yeah, I did give the car away." And she goes, and then she named somebody else and somebody else. She was like, "Yeah, and you gave them this and gave them that." And I was like, "Yeah, but where am I going to put it? You know, if I've got something better and I don't need it, then why not just give it away? It's pointless. Otherwise, like you've seen our house, Paul. And Mark, it's been full of stuff. It's bursting at the seams with stuff. I just have so much stuff. I just don't need half of it. So you might as well just offload some of it. And if you can make someone happy in the process, then why not? You know what I mean?
I'm just reading Joey's comment, the next one. That don't sound good.
What's that? Does not have human reviewers anymore. Beware. If you're looking to monetize your channel, point forward. They've turned me down Reuse content, which literally I've never done. You've never reused content. I've never seen. What?
That's random, isn't it?
Is there any route of appeal for that, Joey? Because I've seen a fair bit of yours, and there's only one you.
I was gonna
So
say,
you can reuse anything.
I don't think you've reused nothing, mate. Yeah, just yeah.
I know what it
have
would
another
be.
look. Get him to have another look.
I bet I put money on it that it's because the content that you make, whilst legal, they don't like, and so they're just giving you an excuse. But keep appealing it. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. They are a nightmare. So yeah, keep going.
Still there.
Yeah, I had a look. It's in the big shopping centre in the middle. I never go in there, so that's why I didn't know
I
about
don't
it.
remember. I remember the one I remember was kind of on its own. I think there might have been a restaurant next to it or something.
It's David Wilson.
I think it was on the outskirts of the town of Derby.
Derby.
I remember
Demolition
it being
Derby.
very clean. I remember it being very clean, new-looking cinema. That's what I remember. I was young, but where I went to the cinema when I was growing up was rough as dogs, mate. Compared to the one in Derby, it was a nice cinema.
Paul's one was like Fight Club, where the Fight Club was before you got in to watch.
It was.
Fight
You had to
Club.
you had to sort of kick the syringes out of the way to find your seat. You know, it was. Rough as old boots, you know.
Do you know what I rewatched at the weekend? On Sunday afternoon, I was shattered and I watched Avatar.
Avatar. I knew that was believing my next guess. That's a great film.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. I was like, it'd been long enough that I'd completely forgotten what had happened, bar a few bits. And I was like, watched the whole thing, and I was like, that was a good film. I felt pretty entertained.
We got Avatar 2 at Christmas. I'm actually more excited about seeing that than I am Christmas, to be honest.
It better be good.
It's got to be. They literally, James Cameron put off making it until the technology was available to produce the film. That was the commitment he's put into this production. Because a lot of
Avatar 1 was meant to be bigger, wasn't it? Like the graphics and stuff.
Avatar at the cinema was amazing. Like, I've never seen nothing like it. And I kind of get the feeling this second one's going to take it to another level. It looks.
I've never seen it, so.
Yeah.
Joey apparently had a spinach eating live cast the other night.
Okay.
But it was near the past house pub. My first car, Metro Clubman. Now that's a car. Got broken into and they punched my dirty chef's whites.
I've got no idea what that means.
They nicked his chef's outfit.
His underpants.
That's pretty annoying, isn't it?
I
I had a quarter iron and they broke into it and nicked me 6x9s out of my parcel shelf.
I reckon they nicked the chef whites because they were worth more than the car.
Wow.
Yeah, probably. You remember the Metro Vanden Pla? That's what my mate had. It was a Vanden Pla, and it was a 1.3 automatic. Oh, what a car that was!
Oof.
That's harsh, STD. I hope they need to just appeal it, keep appealing it. Oast House Pub and pinch the bloody phone spell check. You're not doing well tonight, Matt.
Matt's had a few on a Tuesday. That's all we can say.
Yes, he's done.
House Pub.
I'm turning my camera off. I'm still there. I'm going to try and work out how to cool this room down because I'm dying right now.
Is it that bad?
Melting.
I've got a fan blowing on me, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see if we can get the fan and have it not interrupt the microphone. I'll be back in a minute.
I'm in the garden. I could go have a little dip in there.
I'm a bit jealous. I wish I could jump into a pool right now.
I thought about
That
doing
one.
mine in the garden, but guaranteed as soon as I started, the little bastards next door will start jumping up and down on their trampoline, screaming and shouting. So I thought I better
It's
not.
not a trampoline. It's called a chav bin.
A what?
Chav bin.
It's a dead body. Jumping on down on that.
I'm trying to see if the fan's available. Give me 2 secs. That's a great shout.
I've put it into everyone's brain now.
Chav bin. Yeah, that's what my mate calls them. He calls them chav bins. So there's what Javs have in the garden. Our kids love it, love a trampoline, but there's no room. Our garden's tiny.
Kids
And
love the bounce.
the Carsey, I want to show you the Carsey Inn, people. It's still there. I haven't done anything with it. So we're talking about, see here, we've got a problem with the lintel. There's an acro holding it up. So the thought is we could brick that one up and leave that one open and have a door. But the wooden lintel on the other side is collapsing. Or the other option is run a steel through and then put a patio door in. The only problem is with that, I don't want people to see like what I'm doing in there. So
at this stage, I would just turn it into a giant pizza oven.
Well, the other thing is, so we've knocked through there, and we've got a hole on the other side down there, there. So we were thinking of putting a fire in, but then on the backside of it, building a barbecue.
Oof.
And then the other thing you could do, because we've got all the stone over there behind the pool, we could make a smoker. So if you, let's say it was summer and you wanted to smoke some meat, you could do it by shutting the doors on the barbecue and just burning some wood. So yeah, we thought about that as well. So
we could you could get some malts and smoke your own malts and make yourself a nice smoked version of Sleeper.
Well, I'm drinking Sleeper now, and I tell you what, when I finished that, I didn't even finish that beer. I threw it in the bin, and I took the first sip of that. I was like, ooh.
Much better.
It's just obscene. It's always a ready. Says evening lads, a full complement of beer tubers. What's the collective name for this? Is it a shandy?
Like that. That's good.
Yeah.
A shandy of tubers.
Indeed.
I like that.
Yeah, it is harsh, man.
Hash.
Oh, it is harsh.
Have I just been talking the whole time? My mic muted.
Possibly.
Yeah. Nate W, come on, when are you going to come and see me, you slag? I haven't seen you in ages. Come up to the brewery and have a beer with me.
We've got to go for a few beers in Leeds again, haven't we?
I think we should do this meet-up. We should do it, shouldn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, Crummy, you could bring your camper up, couldn't you? And you can sleep in yours.
Mm-hmm.
Cool Ripe can bring his up. And then other people can stay at Pennine Manor.
What are we saying then? What are we saying? When? Time scale.
When
are we doing this?
It don't want to clash with other stuff, does it?
No, I've got a lot going on all of a sudden. So, yeah.
What about...
It's got to be autumn.
Hang on, yeah. Have we got a bank holiday in August, have we? Late bank holiday?
Yeah, there is.
The last weekend in August is a bank holiday.
Yeah, boy. That's what I'm thinking. Don't know what that's
pretty soon. That's pretty soon. I think I've got a family holiday then, though.
That's some bullshit.
I've got 2 weeks off.
Hold on a minute. We are your family. What are you on about?
My 1 week with my in-laws. I mean, what have I done wrong? God, what have I done wrong?
Run away.
Yes.
Don't do it. It's a trap, John. It's a trap.
It's a beard of beer tubers. Shark says, hi, mate. Neil Long. It's Neil Long. It's Neil Long. The
Hello,
man,
mate.
the myth, the legend.
I enjoy Neil's Instagram. Neil's Instagram. He's always out for a beer and he's always drinking good stuff.
It's true.
I do remember that. I did. I got these in TK Maxx. I got a box of 4 of them.
What are they?
Wheat beer glasses, like Weizen.
Oh, I
glasses.
thought it was branded. It looks kind of white
it's just
branded.
a plain Weizen glass. So anytime I review a Weizen, I just stick it in there because there's no name on it. So,
After all you said about TK Maxx.
yeah, I think that's why Neil's having a go at me. To be fair, yeah, that's probably the best purchase I've ever made from a TK Maxx. I was like, oh, Weizen glasses.
I'll tell you what I do.
Oh, sorry.
So I'll tell you what I would go to TK Maxx for. That's kitchen knives. You can go and get like very exquisitely crafted Japanese kitchen knives, like £3 each. It's ridiculous.
It's true. Mark, it's gone. That was what I was going to say. Today, I went in and they had sets of 4 craft beer glasses. So they had a lager glass, they had a pilsner glass, IPA glass, which I didn't think was a thing, but apparently is, and a Weiss beer glass, and the sets were about, I think they were $14.99.
That's good.
Nice.
But I find it hard buying glasses when I have that.
Bet you got about 3,500 at the brewery.
Yeah, I've got a pallet of them. I'm like, it's a little bit awkward. I can't really justify that to the wife. And our house, I literally took a load of glasses. I went to my mate's house and I cracked a bit. I took some beer, and he's got a lovely house, beautiful house. And I went in and I was like, "Where's your beer glasses?" He's like, "Oh, I don't have any." And I was like, "That's outrageous."
See you later.
Just drink out the can. And I was like, "Hey, what do you think I am, an animal?" And I was like, "Jim, you know me better than that. We're cultured now, boy. We're cultured." I said, "We don't live in Fartown anymore." Anyway, Fartown's a really rough bit in Huddersfield, although it's not that rough anymore.
What's it called?
And then,
Fartown?
every time I go round, yeah, Fartown.
Yeah.
It is literally spelled Fartown. Yeah. We also have Upper Thong just up the road, and we have Upper Thong. Yeah, we have Nether Thong, and then we have a place called Peniston, which is spelled Penis Town.
Oh my god.
It's true. So I keep dumping glasses at his house, and when I go over, I've got my glass. I've got my own shelf in the cupboard and everything. So yeah.
What about funny town names? My wife used to live near a town called Fingering Hoe. Real place near Colchester. Not even joking.
No. Well, Crummy had that thing where we could go on a tour of all those places.
Oh yeah, there is a map of terrible town names on Google.
Isn't there one called like Twat or something up in
Oh
Scotland?
yeah.
That's brilliant.
That's mummy's.
Rearing twat, having a beer.
My daughter's trying to steal my wife's nerd rope American candy thing that I got her.
No.
So if you ever want to make Lydia happy, a nerd rope is the thing.
A nerd rope?
Yeah.
So it's, you know,
what's that?
nerds, the little packets of nerds. And then
Yeah,
it's like a red licorice kind of gummy rope, and all the nerds are stuck to it. They're quite good at it.
Do a chat blitz, John. Chat blitz.
Oh, what?
You're falling behind, mate. Falling behind. Comments blitz.
Right, I'm using the mouse, and I've actually got a mouse just here in my back garden.
Got a mouse.
Everyone's saying hello to each other.
I'm just seeing Matt Williams' comment.
3 original shows, no clue. They're just making things up. I'm going to keep appealing for sure. I didn't put up with the service for 20 years to give up a bunch of YouTube dogs. Damn right. Yeah, absolutely. It's just because you're smoking weed and they're upset about it. Always Red says, hello, DW. Everyone say hello. David Wilson say hello. Talking about stuff I don't understand. Hoping they tidy up the effects for Avatar 2. Looked poor in the trailer, did it?
Yeah, but when you're at the cinema, you're going to be wearing funny glasses, aren't you? So you're never going to get the full effect. So, yeah, I wouldn't read too much into the trailer.
Are they still doing 3D films? I thought that died a death.
I don't know if this one's going to be 3D. I would have thought so.
It's a proper immersive sort of film, so if it's available, you'd have thought they would do it.
At the cinema, am I the only one of the 4 of us who saw it at the cinema?
No, I saw it at the cinema.
Yeah, I thought at the cinema it was amazing.
I can't go to the cinema because people eat flipping like it's their last meal in the cinema, and I can't go to it. And I'm like, and then I went for it. In fact, Lydia will tell you when I first, and we weren't going out. She came and we were with a group of friends, and we weren't going out. And she sat next to me, and there were some other girls, and then there were a group of lads behind us who were younger, and they were throwing popcorn at them all the way through. And in the end, I just lost it. And I grabbed the popcorn off the guy behind me, and I just threw it down the row at everybody. And I was like, "Rah!" And then and Liz was like, holy cow, he's a nutter. I nearly blew it. That's like, she was like, he's a flipping psychopath.
I was going to say, then she married you.
Well, then I took her for a date at a later date. My first car was a 1974 orange in colour AMC Gremlin, inline 6, the front bench seat, perfect for dates. True. That car also had, so the original Jeep Cherokee was an AMC design, and the engine from the Gremlin, pretty much the Cherokee had a modified version. So yeah, pretty cool car though. They were kind of geeky, but not geeky, and they're quite loved now, aren't they? The Gremlins.
Christ, morning.
Is anyone growing any vegetables, herbs, and such this year? I'm trying to get into gardening a bit more, growing some spring onions right now, and they're starting to look like spring onions. Ah, nice. I'm growing. There's some sort of herb in that pot over there. And weeds, lots of weeds, and lavender trees that are getting out of hand. They're nearly as tall as my house now. So yeah,
I planted 6 chili plants during the first lockdown, and I've just received the first 2 chilies. They've taken a while, but
I can't do chilies. Every time I try and grow chilies, they die. Cannot do
I've kept them alive, but they've not flourished. Let's say.
No.
You're a gardener as well. What the chuff, Paul?
I don't know. Chilies, I cannot nail chilies. Tomatoes, I get beautiful tomatoes every year without fail. But chilies, I cannot do.
Have any of you home brewers out there gone along and picked wild grain that grows? You see it like on hedgerows and stuff. We had some growing outside the brewery. We had some wild grain.
What, grain?
Yeah, you'll get like wild wheat and stuff like that, and
Christ.
all sorts. You can collect it up, dry it out, and you can actually make beer with it. It's pretty cool.
You need a few fair days of picking.
It sounds like that, but not if you're doing a homebrew. Like, you don't need that much. But good on you, Henry, for growing some stuff.
Yeah,
It's
man.
Top Shelf Beer Reviews. Hi, from
Hey, Top
Jason and Sarah in Maine.
Hello.
Welcome.
Bonjour.
Nearly finished my beer, but I'm trying to get through these comments. Paul's shouting at me.
Yeah, catch up.
Jim.
Meanwhile, I'll go for a top up.
Oh, cheers. Just leaves us. Just leaves me. Cheers, Jim. Not doing bad. Thanks. What's good with you? They're all talking. Right, I'm going to skip through the ones where you're all saying hello to each other. So, evening, guys. Hello, Matt Williams. How are you, sir?
Hey, Matt.
I do.
What a legend. Hi, John. Any chance of putting your sleeper lagers in cans soon? I'm very keen to try it. I don't have one of the beer machines that takes the kegs. Failing that, if I order a keg, will it serve? Yeah. So you can drink it from the keg if you put it in your fridge, but I'd kind of recommend having it in one sitting, really. So if you've got some friends over, that is perfect for that. It's not as good as if you put it through the beer machine just because you're pushing it through with CO2. But yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely bang on. So yeah, give it a go. As for the canning conversation, funnily enough, I was talking about it today, and that's what I wanted to run past chat in a bit. So
Right.
we kind of
Okay.
have.
Because I've been speaking to someone this week about canning sleeper.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, that's interesting. Henry 420. Everyone saying hello. Oh, it's done that thing where it's suddenly near a Stourbridge. There's a place called Bell End, and the pub is the Bell End. That's awesome. That is awesome. Who was I watching? It was Slurpy Dave and his mate trying Bramall Backroom Brewery beers, and he had a T-shirt and it just had a bell and it said "End," and I was like, it just cracked me up. I just like, I would wear that. That's amazing. It's like so offensive but not offensive all at once. That's a footy club near me called, to me, Shepshed Dynamo, and their ground is on Butthole Lane. And yes, you can get a hoodie which says on the back, "I love it up the butthole." Oh no, really? That's horrendous. It's Captain Meek's Adventure. Hello, mate.
Hey, Paul.
Hello, Boo-Boo's just been watching Escape from I think that's Alcatraz, isn't it?
Alta Tales.
Alta
Clint
Tales.
Eastwood film. I've seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's quite a good film, actually. The offer is I can't talk tonight. Flipping retail, I am. You all need to sign up and watch the offer about making of The Godfather. So what are you watching it on? Boom shakalaka, Jim, says Henry. It's Captain Meat's Adventures. Good evening. David Wilson, I nearly skipped past your comment. I'm sorry, man. Hey, Tom, still 3D. Best experience is 4DX. Moving seats, wind, water, smells. No way.
They've got Avatar 2 in 4DX.
I'm going to be honest. I don't like 3D films. I'm just going to say it. I think they're awful.
I'll tell you, I remember a 3D film. Oh, what was it called? Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tron. Yeah, I love Tron.
I sat hungover on Christmas Day in America because they opened the cinemas on Christmas Day in America. Hungover to hell, watching Tron through 3D glasses. I had to shut my eyes because it was so painful. You know, we just want zero stimulation. We went to see like
all the motorbike shots where you're like,
just like zips of orange and white going across the screen. I was like, oh my god.
Disco says that's true. At Mount Rulians, I've driven through it. Stop for a pick and check it in at the bell end. Oh my gosh. And Sharky said hello to Captain. Saying hello. Is that really a place? Oh my gosh. All right, Henry and Jules. It's nice to have a midweek live. Yeah, why not? AMC Eagle. Yeah, so AMC Eagle was one of the so Audi. Everybody's like, oh, 4-wheel drive, Quattro, Audi estate, first ones. AMC Eagle. It was an estate car with 4-wheel drive.
And how many World Rally Championships did AMC win?
None. But
Right.
they were pretty cool. They're pretty cool, AMC Eagles, and people keep finding them. And even after all these years, they start up, they run. They're like they're pig ugly, but it's still a cool car. Very cool, ahead of its time.
AMC's vehicles were that bad, they had to go and start cinemas.
True. I'm an AMC 8, baby. All right, David W. Who else? Is anybody else in AMC shares still? Just let me know. Sorry, I had a call. John, is that Amber Heard? Is that an Amber Heard grumpy behind you? No, because she's not kissing other girls.
And it's not on a bed.
Have you heard about that? Amber Heard. So all that stuff she said about how wonderful and faithful she was, and they caught her in a lift snogging some other bird.
I think she was just a nasty piece of work, to be honest.
She was. She was.
Talking of nasty pieces of work, do you want to discuss this?
No, I don't want to get into that. I'm not getting involved. I don't care. I'm not interested.
I know that got posted earlier. That was not news though. That was just. Isn't that what we found out in the? Is that new? Is the new stuff?
No, it was. Yeah, it's new stuff. It was. I'll discuss it another time because John doesn't want to discuss it.
That's fine.
No, I don't want to discuss it. Top Shelf Beer Review says drinking a Kona Golden Ale. All that is not a beer that you want to. Don't want to drink that in Portugal because the word Kona means well, it's the worst word you could ever say beginning with a C.
Green King.
Yeah, Green King. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Carlsberg.
Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, is that a thing? It's. Let's be honest. Avatar was pants, dull and nothing. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It had American cheese in it. There was
I've never seen that. Avatar. Never seen it.
There's blue boobies. I mean, what more can a man want? Agree, Captain. Hey, Jason. I recently got back from Honolulu. Spent 5 weeks there. Went to Kona. Oh, just flexes on us.
Nice.
Flexes. It's like, oh yeah, I just wandered in.
Can any moderators get rid of Jim, please?
Kona beers as well. I've had a couple of theirs. You get them in M&S as well, don't you? The Kona beers.
The golden and the lager. Surfboard?
Yeah, that's
Surfboard?
right. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that. John, your nearest 4DX is probably Sheffield.
Mine there
Jurassic
is
Park.
as well.
I don't know whether I want to smell a T-Rex, if I'm honest.
I do.
I can only assume they're going to kind of merge fresh chicken and like I don't know, like some strong cologne at the same. Like that's what a T-Rex would smell like, surely.
Sure, yeah, I agree with that, Tom.
Yeah,
I'm
fresh
all caught up with the comments.
chicken and Old Spice,
There you
something like
go.
that. Like,
So in Manchester, just down the road, when you drive past the Trafford Centre, there's the what they call it. It's like a indoor ski slope thing, and there's a
It's
crazy
called
golf
Escape.
with a massive flipping dinosaur outside. And when I took the boys, I took them as a treat to go and do sledging because Casey was doing dancing, and they saw this massive dinosaur. And from the car park we were parked, he's like, Daddy, I can see its pooper. And it literally had a butthole on the underside of this dinosaur. So every time we drive past the M60 and we go past the Trafford Centre, they see that dinosaur and they're like, no, Dad, it's the pooper dinosaur. Like, they were like, it's got a butthole, like that. And they were like,
I think I saw that. Not the dinosaur.
I don't know why
the
kids-
Escape.
I'm with you.
Or the
Manchester.
one,
No,
I'm going to
I
look it
wouldn't.
up, David, because I think they would absolutely love that. That would be a great experience. Is
No,
it
I wouldn't.
expensive, though, for DX? Right, I'm going to refill my beer. I'm trying not to jump in the hot tub as I go. I could sit in there and live stream, but I'm not going to. I need to put the lid on, actually.
I'm
gonna
trying to
get a
remember.
beer.
Go on.
What, Tom?
No,
What
I'm
were
just
you
trying to
saying?
remember. I'm trying to remember what film I saw. I've seen one film in the special Super Cinema in Sheffield. I'm just kicking myself now. I think it was a Batman film, but I can't remember which one. And I really want to. What other big? It was one of the very big films about 10 years ago, and there weren't that many. Let's be honest. So I was just trying to think what else it could have been. It wasn't a Harry Potter film.
2 girls, 1 sup.
Come.
Yeah, they definitely aired that on the 4D experience.
I saw that one in IMAX.
Yeah, like that.
It's all on there.
10 people all just go.
Oh, I hope they don't pipe the smell in for that one. Jeez.
Right, I'm gonna go get a beer, and then I'm gonna talk to you guys about my idea.
Okay,
Oh dear.
do it.
He's had an idea.
Is that an idea? This could be dangerous.
Disco simply says, no, you aren't. Hashtag Disso. He can't even spell his own name now. He's
Disso.
Disso. Jim says, I still wear Ralph Lauren Polo Green cologne. A classic.
Fair.
Classic. Captain Mick says, the first Jurassic Park did not have the whistle and bangs, just Spielberg magic. No 3D, chicken smell, and juices and wind. True. It was just a blindingly good film.
Captain Meat, you didn't go with your girlfriend then, did you?
That's it. David also says, family ticket, 57 quid. Minions due shortly would be great in 4DX. Would it? Minions.
I just like their names. Like
Minions are great.
Paul, Kevin.
Yeah, Bob. Don't get it more simple. The Minions are great. They are brilliant. They make me laugh. I want to know what language they're talking. I want to know. They are great. But would you pay
Minions?
for 4DX?
Do you ever play Worms, the PC game?
The video game, yeah.
Minions and the Worms sound very similar.
True. Yeah.
What was the premise of Worms? I can't remember.
So it was like it was just a bit too well. It was a team game, but it wasn't. You didn't necessarily have to play with someone else. You just had a number of worms per team, and there were up to 4 or 6 teams on a map, and you had to be the last man standing. But it took turns to go through each worm. So each worm, like you'd start off, like if you had 6 worms, you just have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, one would get killed, then it'd just be drop one off, and it just keep going in a circle. So it was good. It was difficult to be really strategic with it because the one you kind of, if you spent a load of effort putting one into prime position, that one will just get blasted off the face of the earth, and then you're left with nothing. So
I'm getting mixed up between worms and lemmings because I thought that was the game.
no, that's different.
Right.
Lemmings is where you had to guide them to safety, wasn't it? Because they just followed each other off the edge of cliffs and that. You know, you have to make bridges for them and stuff.
Whereas worms had exploding grandmas. So
Yeah, banana bombs.
Banana bombs, exploding grandmas. There's
Yeah.
some. I think there was an exploding donkey at one point as well. You got donkey kicked by it. Yeah.
Right.
A man has appeared with a big idea. We're ready.
Right. Okay. So I'm thinking that more people are home drinking because of the cost of fuel and energy and all that kind of stuff. I think people learned during lockdown how to have fun without going out on the raz. So I think they still will go out and they'll keep some money to go to the pub because everybody does love a good beer at the pub. But we're not really doing, we kind of, as soon as the pub's open, we just completely solely focused on that because there's only so much money in the world. So my thought is, if I got a smaller hand canning machine, so not a big fully 35 grand all automated thing, but just a basic hand canner and a purger and all that kind of stuff so you can gas it, would people be interested in me doing some small batches of stuff, so runs of maybe 200 to 400 cans at a go of just all sorts of stuff that we make as we go along? Like, for instance, this golden ale we could have put into a keg, put a couple in a keg, gassed it, and then run it through into cans, just as a one-off. Also, we were thinking, I was thinking of ordering a load of bottles and doing a heritage line of things like the abandoned car. So how we used to do it is we double fermented it and in the bottle. So you go through the whole process, we put it into a big container after it's been fermented out, put it into bottles, and then we add a little grain of yeast to each one, and you don't normally the attenuation is normally all right, so you don't normally have to add extra sugar, but then we put them in the hot room and leave them there, and just do some of the older, like some of the stuff that we maybe didn't release on cask or haven't done in a long time, just specifically old school 500ml bottles, double fermented, all the sediment, all the goodies in it, like nothing, like completely unmessed with, old school beers. Would that be something that people would be interested in buying?
Can I vote?
Go on.
Yes, please. Right now. Come on.
Yeah. Do you need more stuff in cans, mate?
I would agree with Paul. I think there's so many beers like Silver Spur, the B2, all the Brew London beers that just never made can. And I think if people are going to, if I just talk about my personal buying habits, if I go on a website, I normally buy 1 or 2 cans of a lot of different beers. I don't normally buy 10 of the same. So the more you've got on can, the better. But obviously that means holding stock, which I appreciate your side isn't the best. But
because we don't have a canning machine at the moment, we have to order a minimum of, we have to put about 1,000 litres through, and you lose about 100 and something litres of beer in the process.
really,
Yeah, which we still we get ullage on that, but not much. And then you've got to pay for all those cans to be canned, and then you've got to pay for the label. So by the time you're done, it's not as cheap as people think. But what I thought, I'm actually bidding on somebody else's canning equipment at the moment on an auction. Got a bit carried away with auctions of late, if if I'm totally honest. I'm bidding on a van as well. It's a bargain. If I get the van, I'll be absolutely laughing my socks off if it's half good. But there's a few big breweries that go and bust now, and there's quite a few bits of equipment floating around. So I think canning is definitely something we want to do, but I don't want to go down the line of making 1,500 to 3,000 cans in a go. I'm kind of thinking short runs, 2 to 400 cans.
Yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? Because as a buyer, I'd love to see you can everything. I'd love to see you can everything.
I agree.
Shitload of stock.
Yeah,
but
I agree. I know cask is your bread and butter, but no one else gets it unless you're in Huddersfield. So you do need to be canning more. Anyone in chat who's on the subscription? Who's the subscriber to Lord's Brewing? Who gets their beer every month? If you're in chat,
I feel for the subscribers because we don't have enough beers. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. I'd like to put somebody else suggested we crowdfunded for it, but I don't expect people to do that.
I'd look forward to seeing what the rewards are on the crowdfunding. Like you get a night out with John for you start one, then the next one like you get a night out with Duck Norris. If you go further, you get your own Quacky Chan. Like it just goes on.
You get a free. You get socks, used socks from Lydia. Somebody out there go mad for that.
There's a brewery. There's a brewery in town. I've forgotten the name now, and they're offering. If you become a subscriber, they're in North London, and they brew solely IPAs. And what they do, they brew a different IPA every month. I should remember the name really. They're in Tottenham. And what they do is they give you a different IPA every month, pack of 6 every month, right? And it's like 20 quid a month, something like that. And if you do 12 months, you can then buy, I think it's 12 shares or something like that in the company.
Wow.
Something like that. So that's like your reward for the subscription. All you got to do is 12 months. 12 months subscriber to the company and you could buy shares in the company. So there's so many different ways that breweries are doing these things now.
I'm impressed that you're so excited about that. Because what I just heard was if you spend loads of money with us, after a while, we'll give you the opportunity to spend a bit more money.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm frustrated. I mean, the growth that we had back in 2020, pre-lockdown, was just insane. I mean, like 60% growth a month. It was absolutely mental. And now it's hard. It's just really hard work. And we're getting there. We're doing all right. But it's like the recovery that I thought we had, we've not had.
Yeah, but we've just been, John, I've got a video coming out and I recorded it whilst I was painting this wall actually. And I recorded it a day after our phone conversation. We talked about sort of breweries going bust and all the rest of it. And I don't think it's a time to look at your growth. I think it's a time to sustain. And if you can sustain, especially at the rate, I mean, your growth has been so fast over the past 2 years. You can't expect to then grow again nowadays. I think if you can sustain, you're gonna beat a lot of people.
The problem is I need to get back to break even, and I've expanded. And then in that expansion, I've ended up further away from break even. So every month I'm having to prop it up. So we're not far. We're really not far at all. But I mean, I'm saying this like I'm moaning, but it's all there on Company's House if you want to see it. There's nothing hidden with the company, but it's just freaking scary. I've put everything on the line, put it that way. Jim says, I still wear Ralph Lauren Polo Green cologne. A classic. It is a classic. Captain Meets Adventure. The first Jurassic Park did not have the whistle and bangs, just Spielberg magic, no 3D chicken smells and juices and wind.
We've been through these.
You what?
We've been through these.
Have we?
Done that one. Done this one. From now, you can read them.
What, this one?
Yeah.
£57 for a family ticket. Flipping stroll on. And that's, I guarantee, family tickets are not for, they're never for 5. They're always for 4.
Yeah.
So, becking, I get rinsed all the time because I've got an extra child. Does me in. Did you see Lightyear? Lightyear was bombed. I wonder why.
I heard that.
What is it?
It's like a Disney Origins thing, isn't it? It's like the story of Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story.
Yeah, I
think I'd like that.
I watched the trailer
What's
to
the
it.
point? What's the point in Buzz Lightyear without Woody and the rest of them?
Well, it's true.
Why do I want to see that shit? Disney is just like, they've got all the money, but they've got no ideas. Fuck them. Yeah, so apparently Jurassic Park, the Jurassic Park film, has kept everything off of like the top of the charts because everyone's watching dinosaurs. And why the hell not? Dinosaurs are awesome.
We've got dinosaur beers coming out soon.
Yeah, boy.
Let's hope the idea is where a man has a sheep and a pig head fitted and tried to brew a beer called Farmyard Funtime Pilsner. I think that would be a great film. Shark's going tomorrow. Shark loves the cinema. Shark and David are cinema legends. Jurassic Park is one of the best series of films, in my opinion.
I agree.
It is good.
Really? It freaks me out too much. I can't
love
watch
the
it.
Jurassic Park films.
Really?
They're incredible.
They're good, but greatest of no, sorry, they're not. They're good. There's a lot of things that is better though.
Go on then, name five series of films that are better than
five series or 5 individual films. You want
so
series?
They've got to be series of films.
Okay, so 5 series. Oh, well, are we counting Avatar since the second one coming or not?
Well, the second one's coming, but that's not a series of films. Is
I'm going to
it?
put the lid on.
All right. Okay. Right. All right. Let me think about this for a minute. I don't know if I can do 5, but we'll try. So easy ones. I mean, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, technically 2 different series, although I don't know if you're going to let me have it.
Lord of the Rings, yes, I'm with you. I thought the Hobbit films were shocking.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay, that's fine. All right. We'll keep one.
Home Alone?
The thing is, only the first one's good.
Yeah, 1 and 2, amazing.
Oh,
the rest of them, I don't count.
Probably Macaulay Culkin fell off the wagon and they had to get that little weird kid in. And it's rubbish.
It was a crackhead by 12, wasn't he? They couldn't keep making them, so it was.
It's true. Then again, how many Jurassic Park films are good? Because this starts to get a bit like I think there's a lot. I can think of lots of series where one film was good, but
there's 6 now, isn't there? There's 6 Jurassic Park.
Is there really?
Jurassic World films now? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, there's not that many films that done more than 3, which is what you need for a series, right?
Yeah,
so
Lord of the Rings,
by default, you might be right, but I still think of a lot of films I'd rather watch.
Lord of the Rings, I'm with you on that. They're incredible. You could argue the Harry Potter films, but
I think the Harry Potter films are, but only they're only the back end of it, not the first bit.
Yeah.
I think the first bit of Pirates of the Caribbean is arguably it's very different, but it is funny.
Pirates of the Caribbean. The first one was like the rest were fucking gash.
Yeah, but I would argue for similar about Jurassic Park. I quite like the first one, but I think the rest of them was a bit weak. So it was like. So yeah, I don't know. Do we need 3 for a series? Is that what we're?
I think so. 3 and up. 3 and up.
Again, Die Hard. The first one's fantastic. The rest of them, the second one's okay. But
I like the second one.
Yeah, the second one's decent. So 3 and 4 is not up to much, but
Yippee
Toy Story.
Toy Story is good.
Well, yeah, true. Toy Story. Good.
But I'm going to say right now, right, Jurassic Park, right, or Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars. And I just realised we'd not mentioned Star Wars, so thank you for that. I was like, Star Wars. I mean, I get it depends how you rate a film. Given if you, it's got to be good and a disruptor, really, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it's something a bit different you've not seen before. In which case, like stuff like Shrek's going to have to get a shout because it might not be your go-to, but it was pretty good for its day. Like
Yeah, I think it's you're kind of a victim of circumstances. Like Jurassic Park came out when I was 9, and I was all in. Whereas the original Star Wars were before my time, and I saw them when I was little. I didn't really appreciate it, but I've seen the newer ones, and they're awful. Like awful. I don't know what people. I don't know why people are so excited about Star Wars. I think it's awful. Just don't get it. I
just don't like make believe. I like boundaries in life, like push boundaries. If there's no boundaries, then you can do whatever you want, and that's how the Star Wars films were made.
Yeah.
Fair. Matt Hall, I was trying to avoid throwing this in there because they are really bad films, but I really enjoy them again because they came out when I was at the right age to be susceptible to them. He's put the Fast and the Furious franchise in there, and they are terrible, but I have a real soft spot, especially that first one.
Yeah,
I mean they're terrible, but
Matt Hall said Alien and Aliens.
Oh yes, the Alien series. There's loads, isn't there? I was going to say the Gremlins.
How many Gremlins films did they do?
3.
Did they really?
I think so. Yeah.
I've definitely seen 1 and 2.
I might be wrong. I'm sure there was the third one.
There's some wicked things coming. I can absolutely destroy. Alien and Aliens were great. Alien Resurrection was shocking. Alien 3 was shocking. Prometheus, and what was the other one called? Alien
versus Predator, was it?
Resurrection.
Alien Resurrection. Yeah, the last few Alien films have been garbage. Absolute garbage. Someone's put Matrix. No. The Matrix got worse. They got worse. I watched the new one. I watched the new Matrix the other week. What's it called? Matrix I can't remember what it's called. Revolutions or something. I fell asleep.
It Reloaded?
Something like that. Matrix Resurrections or Matrix Big Erection. I don't know. It was garbage. Absolute crap. Absolute crap. Shocking. Brad put Godfather. The Godfather trilogy was superb. Definitely. Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious. No. Just no.
No. It's not. They're not good films. Again, I've got a soft spot for them. They're not good films.
Awful films. I saw the latest one. They ended up in space at one point. It was embarrassing.
Yes, it was tedious.
Right, we need to have a quick intervention about Fast and Furious. I just want to say this because it annoys me so much. Fast and Furious. So, when I used to go to York drag strip quite a lot and drive whatever hot hatch or car I had at the time, and then Fast and Furious came out, and all these knobheads started turning up. And they were all prima donnas, and they were all full of drama and strutting around the pits. They'd buy a bunch of bolt-on parts that they thought would make their car go fast. And when they lost, I kid you not, I turned up, I had a Nissan Almera GTI, and I had the Phase 2. And it had all it had on it was, it had some cams, it had an air filter, and it had been, had a piggyback ECU. That was it. It still had the original cat in it. And there was this lad with a Civic, and he'd done all this stuff to it. And I flipping decimated him every single time we raced together. And I got the trophy. And he flipping sped off like an absolute prick. Nearly ran somebody over on his way out and just acted like a total and utter moron. And I was like, I've been in motorsport since I was 13 years old. And I have never met such a bunch of flipping losers as when that film came out. Anywhere that there was accessible motorsport, they ruined it. And that drag strip is now shut because those very knobheads annoyed everybody to the point where they left and they went off and didn't go racing there anymore because they were such a bunch of flipping plebs. And because they're no good at it, they can't race, they don't know what they're doing, and they watch it all on Fast and Furious, they never supported the track. They never gave their money. They just moaned. Honestly, that film just brought the worst out of people in motorsport. That's my opinion. The film sucked. Got Naffle to do with cars, naffle to do with the purist side of motorsport. It is total gash.
Was it because they were trying to change gear 83 times in a quarter mile? Because that's what the film depicted.
They do. How many gears have they got? They do another shot of Vin Diesel changing gear again. Doesn't make any sense.
He's actually got an HGV box in that little RX-7.
Yeah.
The car is flat out, yet somehow he's got another gear in that Dodge. It doesn't make any sense.
It's got 32 up and 64 down.
I need to shout out Brad Evans for help saving me from my own sanity by saying Christian Bale's Batman trilogy. That's possibly the best film series of all time. And you know what's worse? Do you know what's worse? I didn't mention it, and there, right where my finger now is a poster for the final one, and I didn't say it.
Somewhere.
I'm Batman.
Right there.
That was the best Batman.
The Dark Knight trilogy was awesome.
Epic.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I'll put that up. I'll add that in. So Lord of the Rings, the Dark Knight trilogy, Jurassic Park.
Smokey and the Bandit. No, Jurassic Park, Smokey and the Bandit.
How many Smokey and the Bandits did they make?
3. Second ones were 2 and 3 were trash, but the first one was really good.
So it doesn't count.
Cannonball Run.
Doesn't count.
That's not a trilogy. Well, it is a trilogy, but the first 2 were all right. Last one, not so good.
Henry says Indiana Jones films, not for me. Not for me. They were good.
Herbie.
Iconic. Back to the Future, 1, 2, and 3, says Captain Meat. They were good.
He can't not have Back to the Future.
David Wilson's put only 2, but Paddington. Oh, they were so good. They were so good. Have you seen Paddington, the Paddington films? They were so good. So good. Honestly.
Really?
The kids must have seen the Paddington films.
I did. I was happy when the Queen had sandwiches with Paddington.
Honestly, if you've not seen the Paddington films, just watch them. You're probably thinking, what is he on about? But they're brilliant. They are brilliant.
So the comments are going, I'm guessing from what I said earlier, Matt says, yes, do it. Deciding if I'm going to see the Elvis movie.
Yeah.
Yes, John.
It's a no for me, but...
I would 100% be interested in small batches. Sound like a great idea. Would you? Because bottles we can do straight away. There's no waiting to do bottles. Would you be interested in an old school
Tread beer tastes better out of bottles, right?
It does.
If you could get me a few bottles of 8 Mafia, I'd be well happy.
See, 8 Mafia would be banging in a bottle with a double fermentation. Oh,
thank you.
That'd be a beautiful.
Hey, Matthew was my favourite too, so do it.
That beer we cannot seem to knock off. It was only meant to be a special, and everyone's like, "Have you got 8 Mafia in?" I really want an 8 Mafia.
Hoddle as well. I'd like Hoddle in a bowl.
Yeah, Hoddle did all right. I don't know if the space one was a bit too much. Ultra pale.
Yeah,
ultra pale.
It came out like when they poured it on cask, it looked like a pint of milk. It was amazing. Literally, it was pure white. It was like white Guinness.
Nice.
Pardon me.
Oh, I'm lagging. Steve will be busy doing. Steve's not happy, and he just got back from Whitby about an hour and a half ago. So, to the big old run out there. Yes, please, Sean. Get a wiggle on. With the new tinny line. It costs a lot of money. That's the only thing. And there's lots of faffing around. It's not that easy.
People have spoken, John.
They have. They want it.
There's more canned beer.
The remaining log jam smash, please. Says David. I have got that. I've got one, and it's still unopened. An 18 of that. It might be really good now.
I think you should chug it to find out.
Yeah.
What's that on?
Chug.
Lower my voice.
What were the films with Clint Eastwood and the monkey? Oh, the orangutan. Anyway, which way but loose, something like that. That's where Clint Eastwood was a bare knuckle boxer, wasn't it?
My wife says I'm being really noisy in the garden, so
Who?
lots of neighbours with babies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and Mama, she's. I'm going to go and fire up the other computer and swap onto that one.
Nice.
Be back in a minute. You love monkeys.
Love monkey.
You love monkeys.
Every stream without fail, he says the words "my wife," and I get it in. It's great.
You got to do it. Yeah, you got to do it.
Tom, is that a Firebrand beer?
Love monkeys.
It is, yeah. It's one of the lot I got a while ago as a little delivery for my birthday a few weeks back. It's absolutely average. It's not bad. It's just not.
Oh, I've had some good Firebrand beers.
It's okay. It's fine.
I don't think I've had a Firebrand beer.
To be fair, it tells you what malt's in it and what hops are in it, and I might be being a bit harsh. It's. I had the other two, and they were definitely just average. But this one's the West Coast IPA, Session IPA, and actually there is some real flavour there. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it, if that makes sense. It's just not. It's not life changing, but it wasn't going to be.
To be fair, a Session IPA of the West Coast style is just teed up for disappointment, isn't it? Because West Coast, I think, for me, I'm about to crack one open, actually. There you go.
Very nice.
West Coast. I don't think they necessarily go hand in hand, do they? It's
No. But weirdly, I reckon this might be better than the lager, and I can't remember what the other one was. Whether it was
Is that a Cairngorm beer? The other one.
That is a Cairngorm beer. Cairngorm Wildcat was the other one that I had.
I could see the gold at the top and the bottom. Yeah, nice one.
Oh, I like the artwork on that. That's nice.
Decent. That was a smooth, deep amber-coloured beer with complex malt, fruit, and hop flavour. There you go. It was nice. Proper. It was nice. Trad red ale.
Look, we had this conversation the other night. I'm drinking a lot more traditional stuff lately. I'm drinking more ales. Just I don't know.
You got hop fatigue.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit bored with the whole DDH dippers and.
Yeah.
To be honest, as soon as you said about the brewery that only produces IPAs, I was thinking I can't think of anything worse. To be honest.
I'll tell you what I've been turning to recently. Hofbrau Original again. I know it's the summer.
Yeah.
I know it fits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm just a double dry hopped soupy IPA or a stout made out of the orphan's tears from somewhere. All these stouts that come out of these double IPAs, double dry hops, and all the rest of it. They're almost like double dry hopped IPAs and those soupy IPAs have almost become winter warmers to me.
Yeah, it's all become.
They have a bit of heat and a bit of a spicy element to them, don't they? I only had one IPA at NCBF, and it was the most forgettable beer that I had.
Oh, really?
And it was a collab between four of Nottingham's best craft breweries.
Oh,
who's that?
So it was Neon Raptor, Liquid Light, Totally Brewed, and Black Iris.
Mate, if Neon Raptor and Liquid Light have got anything to do with a beer, it should have been excellent.
Yeah, and to be honest, Black Iris have probably got a slightly better track record overall than those two.
Wow.
So, but it wasn't. There was nothing wrong with it, but it was just the most forgettable because it tasted a bit like every other IPA. Unfortunately,
yeah.
It was the experimental ones that really shone this year. They were real standout.
So Phil, I've got Great British Beer Festival coming up, and I'm actually really looking forward to drinking some cask ales. Do you know what I mean? Just, of all the there's going to be craft stuff there, obviously, but I'm just really looking forward to going to like bars like Adnams and Fuller's and just drinking their stuff. Every now and then you just want that. You just want a bit of that. It's funny, isn't it?
I'm going to reply to Brad Evans' comments. He says, have you guys ever tried or reviewed Jaipur? So I know it's not a new beer or anything, but I picked a box up in Morrison's yesterday. It just caught my eye. I've never had it before. Is it any good? I'm going to going to break the bad news first and say that I think it might be my least favourite beer in existence. And now I'm going to let the other two tell you how much it's a good beer.
No, I think I'm with you. I think if you read the back of the can, it will tell you it's the most award-winning beer that Thornbridge have brewed and all the rest of it. That was probably in its previous 7 or 8 iterations, but the iteration that you're drinking now probably isn't the award-winning beer that it once was.
Yeah, in its day, Jaipur was iconic. It came before punk. It came before Life and Death. It was like the original, sort of almost like the original British craft IPA.
Yeah.
And there's people that to this day swear by it.
Is
But
it not a Martin Dickey beer?
I think originally it might have been.
Martin Dickey, I'm sure, was one of the brainchilds behind Jaipur, which is what led him to Brewdog.
Yeah. But people, Jaipur fans will say that punk IPA is just a pussied version of Jaipur.
Yeah.
But I've had Jaipur in a bottle, in a can, on cask and keg, and I've not liked any of them. I cannot get on with Jaipur.
No, I don't. I've never liked it. Even years ago when people said it was good, I never liked it. There's something about that. Brad Evans says it's brilliant. I'm currently driving to Morrison's to take them back. If you like ultra hoppy, really quite what I'd say it was aggressively bitter hopped beer, then you'll probably still find it's all right. It's not. I mean, Thornbridge don't make bad beer. It's not bad quality anymore. I'm sure it's been.
No.
I'm sure it's been changed, but yeah, it's. I don't know. I'd struggle to what to compare it against. You're right. It's like Punk IPA is a candied marshmallow version of Jaipur.
Yeah.
Like Punk IPA is very soft, even the original one compared to Jaipur. Jaipur is aggressive.
Yeah.
And you've got to really enjoy being smacked about with some hops to get on with it, and I don't enjoy that. So
yeah, I would take it back. I would put the Jaipur back on the shelf and pick up Life and Death instead.
Yeah, I think if you're driving back to Morrison's or wherever it was, if you're after that sort of beer, yeah, I don't think you can look further than Vocation.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If it was me after that colour beer, I'd put it back and just buy as many Sierra Nevada Pale Ales on the 3 for $5 or whatever it is.
Well, that's always the thing, isn't it? That's always the thing.
I've got. You think about it. There's a few go-to beers always, and most of them you can get in Morrison's. Now, for me, if I want a Weizen, this is the one.
Yeah,
Francis Garner. I always have that. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I always have that. Vocation, Life and Death. I always have that. And if it's a lager, I want Hofbrau.
Yeah.
You can get that in Morrison's. And like I say, it's just Morrison's, you can get everything you need. So Life and Death for me is better than Punk. It's better than Jaipur. It's a much better balanced IPA. It's hoppy as hell, you know. And they have rebranded, and I worried that it was going to go down the toilet when they did that, but it hasn't. It's still good. It's still good.
I think the Jaipur that I enjoyed the most was the double dry hop version in that green can. I thought that was actually all right.
Yeah, I never had that. I wasn't fussed.
Well, that's fair, but it was it wasn't Jaipur even in the true sense of the word anyway. So, but yeah, it's kind of funny because I was talking to the Lagerlog boys actually. They messaged me. I messaged them on Instagram saying we should get together for a video soon. And I've been thinking about doing this thing called it's almost like a snog, marry, avoid of beer. And you talked about it there, Paul. Like you kind of like you go to things that you avoid.
Yeah.
The things that are there. If you see it, you buy it. I think you've named pretty much all my snog, marry, and avoids in that conversation.
Yeah. They're just beers that you just keep going back to.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you can go to every launch of the new supermarkets put out. And some of them were really good, and some of them would be absolutely garbage. But you always end up going back to the same ones.
Yeah,
and
those long termers are long term for a reason.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I had a new beer and thought to myself, "God, I want more of that."
I had that Divine Faith double IPA from Tesco's, and I was like, "Wow, this is pretty decent."
Who did that one?
Northern Monk.
Oh, right. Yeah, Faith, yeah.
But, yeah. But other than that, struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm struggling for short termers that I'm like, yeah, I really wish that had come back again. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, isn't it? I think the beer world's such a fast moving sort of cycle of fashion, if you like, that the beers are there and then they're gone. I mean, Transient's probably one of my go-to craft beers if I'm ever sort of in Morrison's or whatever.
So,
Like you say, Tom, that's been around for a little while now.
yeah, it does.
But I can't really think of many. I can't really think of many craft beers that have stuck on the shelves because people really, really enjoyed them.
If you do want to buy Thornbridge though, and from a supermarket and come away happy, just buy loads of Cocoa Wonderland.
Cocoa Wonderland.
It's absolutely divine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thornbridge, for me, there's Thornbridge and Brew York. Their dark beers are so much better than their light beers for me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of chat about Brew York at the moment, and they're nice lads. But oh dear, I mean
They were at NCBBF.
Yeah.
NCBF. There's no B and two B's in there. Don't know why I added the second one. I started my night on their Voskvek, and it was nice. But you're right, their darker beers are just better.
Yeah. Adrian Woolley just had a lovely IPA from St. Austell Brewery. If it was proper job, that is another absolute classic.
Yeah.
Absolute classic.
I've got a beer. Give me 2 minutes. Right, save this. I'm excited. Save this for. I'm off.
I think Mark's about to have a heart attack. I don't know what he's just remembered.
I'm waiting. I'm going to wait till he comes back, and then I've actually got to leave because I've got to get up at the ungodly hour of 5 a.m. because it's the only time it's cold enough to take my dogs out.
Oof.
Well, so I can't drink anymore, and I need some sleep. So, but I've got to see what he's so excited about. So
yeah, I want to know now. I want to know if he's got a St. Austell beer. I love St. Austell. Great brewery.
Look at his bougie set. Look at it.
He's done it all up now, hasn't he? He looks all like that. Got the light shining on his bottle cap bottle there. What's he got? You're muted, Mark. You're muted.
You're muted.
There we go.
It's got a green top, whatever it is.
Oh, has he got the double? Has he got the double one?
What is it?
Big job.
Yeah, big job. Yeah. That's a good beer.
I hadn't seen it. I see it in France on the shelf. I was like, I'll have a bit of that.
That's a good beer, man. That is a good beer.
Nice. Let us know how it is.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
I didn't know they did a double, to be honest. So we learned something.
I didn't know they did it. I went to St. Austell a couple of years ago, and we went down to me and Abby's honeymoon. We went down to North Cornwall. We went down to St. Austell for the day. And I bought everything they had, everything that you can't get in the supermarkets. I just had a bottle of everything, and they're just all of them were good. All of them were good.
There's a man making lovely faces in the top left corner. John's much like when I arrived, John immediately left. Well, John's come back, and now I'm going to do the same thing.
What? You can't go, Crummy.
Yeah, I've got to go.
You can't go, Crummy.
I'll go. Told you, got to get up at stupid o'clock. I was going to swear, but it's your channel, so I won't. I'll just say stupid o'clock.
Is this because you're big furry dogs?
Yeah, they're too hot. So they've not been out for 2 days now because it's too hot. And they've got to go tomorrow. So
you literally cannot take them out when it's warm?
Correct. They will melt.
Couldn't you take them now?
No, it's too warm. It's still. So we have a look. It is approximately 20 degrees, and that is too warm.
So what? That's too warm, is it?
So what happens with them? Do they?
Well, you just risk overheating, and given that one of them's getting on a little bit, it's just not. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk. So my normal limits are 6. Well, my normal limits between 14 and 16 if the sun's out, depending on wind and everything else, and 18 if it was like properly overcast and there was a bit of wind. But I wouldn't really do much more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do they do? How do you keep the temperature down in your house with them then?
No, they're fine. It's exercise that's the problem. They can hang about and survive at like 30 plus, and they're fine. They're not gonna, do themselves in. But as soon as the problem is they're very focused when it comes to exercise. So it's not like they'll just go for a leisurely walk. They're if they go out, they're going out.
Go
Yeah.
for a run.
Yeah,
They're going,
going out.
Yeah.
It's in the so got to be a bit careful.
Poor doggo. So what time have you got to get up and walk on them?
I think it's looking like 5 at the minute, which is
5?
painful. Yeah.
Gee whiz.
So I am going to run away and try and get some sleep. Brad Evans has just said, "Take care, Tom. Thanks for wrecking my week by salting my choice of beer shopping decisions." To be fair, Brad, you asked the question. You ran the risk by asking the question.
That's what we're here for, man. Look, it's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer. It's better than
Look,
punk.
all I can tell you, Brad, is that I don't like it. You might. I can't.
Are we talking about Desperados again?
No, Jaipur.
Jaipur by Thornbridge.
Even John went, "Oh."
It's better than punk IPA.
Yeah.
I to be fair, I understand why people like it. I mean, at the time, I mean, when that came out, that's mind blowing.
The quality is still not bad. It's just not my taste.
Yeah, totally agree with Tom. It's not a bad beer. It's just not to my taste.
Or Me Dibble says 20C would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Like maximum, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, it's. I keep seeing people. It's becoming a bit of a thing now on the internet. Anyone who's not from the UK, who now lives here, suddenly regrets taking the mick out of us complaining every time it gets to like 25 degrees because it's so much worse than it is in any other country.
It is.
Really?
Humid
When it
here.
gets hot, when it gets hot here, it's uncomfortable.
It's
Yeah.
crazy humidity, and also it's never. If it's warm here, it's never windy. There's no wind at all, so the air's still.
Yeah.
True.
It's awful. And on that note, gentlemen, and any ladies present, I'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Take
Have a good evening. I will catch you all very soon. Let's
I love
take-
this, Romy. What a legend.
Lovely, lovely gentleman.
He's such a nice guy, isn't he? You can't help but not love from me.
He's a lovely lad.
Lovely. Love it. My camera, I cannot get the... I feel like I'm sat on the floor as well randomly.
Well, low. Yeah.
Uh,
We'll go for a wee. 1 second.
and also,
Go
where I've
for
got the
it,
camera
please.
placed, I have to specifically look at it. And if I look at the camera, I'm not looking at anything else. My other 2 screens are miles away from me. It's really frustrating. It's good for if you're filming for doing YouTube, but it's annoying if you're doing anything else. And I've got Flickr, which is driving me mental. Let me change the gain. It's because these lights around the thingy are transitioning through colours. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's all right, isn't it? A bit on the wonk. Is this where you guys are up to in the comments?
Where do we get to? Where do we get to? Where do we get to? We got up to, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it was around Brad Evans' comment.
Cool. I'm running out of gas on this as well. I have to swap the gas over.
I've got the vocation. Strike the pose. It was the International Women's Day beer. I have to say, it's blooming good. It's a West Coast IPA. Eldorado and Citra, 6.8. It's very, very nice. Look at it. It's brilliant. Look at. Can you see the sediment?
Ah, is that cinnamon in there?
Sediment. Sorry, sediment.
Oh, I thought you said cinnamon. I was getting all excited. I love cinnamon.
Look at that.
I'm surprised they put all that in there and don't filter it, but I guess you can. I guess you can if the yeast is dead. Brilliant. I'm currently driving to Morrison's to take them back. I've got I've gone back to older styles again. Car scales, English IPAs, West Coast IPAs, and lagers, especially Czechs and Hells. Yeah. What did we have the other day that was flipping well nice? I had Jiva on draft.
Jiva?
Jiva Pilsner on draft. Oh, it's so bitter. It's amazing. I love bitter beers. He was absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell you. And we had another Hell's, but I can't remember the name of it. But I can tell you, if you go in the Grove, it's on tap number
What a
K9.
pub.
I want that pub. I want to buy that pub.
It was. Is it actually in Huddersfield? Is it?
It is. That's
Honestly,
about
guys, Google the Grove in Huddersfield. It is, you know, one of those pubs where you walk in and you're like, this is just brilliant. We called it on St. Patrick's Day, granted, and they had the Irish band in there and stuff. But how many keg lines? 14?
They've actually got 50, but they only use 14.
Well, there you go. And then cask, another 8.
Oh, no. When we went the other day, it was a low offering and it had 10.
It's just stupid. One of the best pubs I've been to, and I've only been in there once.
Hi. Glad to see you all got back from the Solstice at Stonehenge this morning. Adrian, I never got out of bed for it, I'll be honest with you.
That's a long old way from me, Adrian, I'll tell you, Jesus.
Craig says, agree on Jaipur. It's different cast, but it's not a lot going on for it. Do you know what I think it is? I think the original one. So a lot of people say it's not what it was. Now, I never had it when it was what it was, but I do wonder if it's not changed, but the expectation has changed. So, like, now we are so far ahead with beer. When it came out, there was nothing like it. But all of a sudden, everybody else it's all caught up and it's a different thing now. So
that's what it is. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
But the problem is, on top of that, it's been monetized to. Do you know what I mean? You know, drop the standards, drop the standards, or dish it out, or drop the standards, raise the price, that kind of thing.
Yeah. There's some people still absolutely swear by it. It's they still think it's a good beer. I don't think it's they're adamant it's not changed. You know, if people that I speak to, if they see Jaipur on, they will drink it regardless of anything else that's there. It's like it has to be Jaipur. And I'm just like, why would you drink that when you could drink Life and Death?
Don't think I ever had the original Jaipur, but I'd probably say it's changed in the 4 years that I've been actively seeking craft beer.
yeah,
I'd say it's changed in the 4 years.
yeah.
I think I've drunk enough of it. I think, like I say, first time I tried it was in a bottle, and I was just like, it's all right. And then I think I had it on can, and the same thing. And then I had it on cask. Funny enough, it was in the Grove when I had it on cask. And I thought, oh, they got it on cask. I'll try it. I just thought it was even worse. You know, there's some beers that just don't work. It's like I had I had Jarl by Fine Ales. And again, it's like a classic Citra Pale Ale. It was one of the first British breweries to get hold of the Citra hop. And people love it. They swear by it. It's almost like Jaipur-esque in its like fame and tradition. And I had that on cask with you at Tapped in Leeds, and it was crap. Absolute crap. And I was like, this is awful. Don't you think the Citra hop should be zesty? It should be tropical. It should be big and punchy. And the cask did nothing for it. And I just don't know if it was literally because it was cask or because Fine Ale's interpretation of a Citra Pale Ale just isn't very good.
Well,
But,
we just used the Citra in something this week, and Mike was like, "It's amazing. It just like you could smell it outside. It's that strong." I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "It's incredible." So I understand why breweries use it now. After what Mike said, top shelf beer review says Paul.
Choices.
Something is missing. I can't put my finger on it.
Crummy's gone.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
lost a beard. We're a beard down.
Had a lovely IPA from Austell Brewery this week. Fairly strong ABV and taste.
Yeah, we were talking about proper job, and then Mark got out the big job. Look at that. And it is a banger as well.
Is it?
I saw it in France. I was like, I've got to have that.
Oh yeah, it's a belter.
Wow.
Yeah, it's in France. Never seen it in the UK.
Travis is in the house and he said,
Travis.
Right, Fred.
Well, I don't
Hello,
know
mate.
European when
Well,
I said,
did you go to
hello,
Dan
Travis.
Murphy's while you were in Australia, mate?
Oh, Trav the Flaming Galar. No, I didn't. I don't know. Dan Murphy's sounds like it could be a garage or it could be a supermarket. I don't think I ever went there. I did have some good beer though. A lot of good beer in Australia.
Trav, just you can send him abuse on Instagram. It's fine.
He does every
Brad,
day.
don't like too much bitterness, so I'm going to love this box of Guy Poi. Then, aren't I? And, I mean, it's one of them things. If you like it, mate, who am I to tell you not to like it?
It's not that bitter. It's not that bitter. I think you by now, Bradders, I think your palate will be adjusted to it. You know, but it's just not.
I don't think it's that bitter. I've had it. I just think it's spiced. It tastes spiced to me.
I just don't think it's balanced enough. It doesn't do enough. Bitterness is definitely the main point to it, but there's not enough at the forefront to balance it out. And all those beers that I mentioned in mine, they're all balanced. They've all got like a drinkability to them that so many breweries just don't get. They just don't get it right. And that's not an accident. If those 4 beers I mentioned, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, Vocation Life and Death, Hofbrau Original Heller's Lager, and the Franziskaner Weizen, they've all got a balance to them. They've all got elements that you want from that style, but they're perfectly blended. They're just classic beers, classic beers.
Blended.
It's got to be balanced.
Says it was a proper job. Fantastic.
Proper job.
Proper job at Delwy. It was grand. Don't forget to pinch that like and share stream on your way in. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Nothing, Henry.
I don't actually know how many likes and whatever we've got.
Give it a thumbs up, but then shove it up your bum.
It would definitely help. It'd be nice to get some new people in the house, not just bots. Let's have a little.
We'll have a bite.
Do you see Lord Sprinko YouTube channel? Look, and I'll tell you how many likes we've got. We have got a massive. What? We've got 94 likes.
Boom.
Nice.
There'd be 94 likes.
That's mental. We love that.
Wow, I'll have that. I'm taking that to the bank.
I'll never get nothing like that on my videos. 94 likes. That's obscene.
What job was that? No, that's an advert for something called Food Hub that has popped up. It knows I'm on a diet, and it's like, have some chips.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Thanks, Adrian. I'm glad you missed me. Let's be honest, you can't beat London Pride, Warsteiner, Sierra Nevada, and Go Ship.
London Pride's another beer I really like. ESB, Fuller's ESB.
Fuller's ESB for me. London Pride, I'll drink it, but I'm not that bothered.
I love London Pride.
Warsteiner, it's all right, but
It's not the best.
I'd rather have Krombacher. I'm a Krombacher guy. Definitely Krombacher for me. In fact, I haven't had Krombacher in ages.
Krombacher.
Sierra Nevada, can't argue with that. Go Ship, or what about Sam Adams?
I like Sam Adams.
Sam Adams, what though? Pale or
the lager?
The Boston lager.
Yeah,
Boston lager.
I've on Brooklyn lager. I've always really liked Brooklyn lager.
Yeah.
I've got a thing that I'm going to where I'm listening to the brewer from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Who's coming to talk about beer.
Come and talk about beer.
Do you like beer, John? Yeah. And that'll be it.
Hello, Andy.
Hi, Tom, says David Wilson. It's gone now. It's all right. It's showing 27 degrees in my room at the moment.
Mid-dibble.
But he's got the heater on. That's the only thing.
What's mid-dibble? Have we met mid-dibble?
No. Mid-Dibble came from the Food Tribe Network when we did the James May beer thing. So he's a petrol head.
Love it.
But he's teetotal.
Oh, fair play.
Take care, Tom. Thanks for wrecking my week by salting my choice of beer shopping decisions. He does that. He's probably watching right now. 20 degrees would be nice. Down here, it's about...
Spitfire, hello.
I bet it's about 20 down here. Hello, Callum. Nice to see you as I choke on my own.
Hello, Callum.
It's 3 degrees in Melbourne. 3 degrees in Australia.
Shut
Right.
up.
This serves him right for sending me all, and I'm sure you boys got them all them sunset pictures. Oh, I'm living the dream in my garden, 34. Ha, Trav.
The videos of him, like, morning, mate. Here's my new house. Here's my fucking massive garden.
G'day, buddy. Here's the sunrise.
Yeah,
how your sunrises now, mate? Right? Cold, are they? Yeah.
Just getting the tools out. Look at the forest. Look at that fucking massive tree we just cut down. Love it.
Oh, mate.
No, he's got in the cold weather. It's bloody roasting though.
Looking at the clock, he's going to be in his garage. He's going to be about 24 Melbourne bitters deep watching this.
So Travis is drinking Deeds stouts, like Deeds porters and all that. Oh, what a brewery. What a brewery. Oh, who just did that? Top shelf beer reviews, yeah, man. Cigar City, JLI. What a beer! What a beer!
Never had it.
Oh, Cigar City. They're I think they're from Florida. I think they're a Florida-based brewery, and their JLI IPA is a classic. Like it's like Vocation Life and Death Levels. It's a classic.
Tell you what's really interesting, and I won't mention the brewery's name, and John might feel this as well. But there was a particular brewery that I was owner of a brewery that I was speaking to, and he talks about the American hop. Obviously, all the sort of East Coast and West Coast, and all the big IPAs are sort of American predominantly, and obviously New Zealand and whatever hops. Yeah. And he said when they're picked, obviously the local breweries come in, swoop the companies, pick the best, and then it's a case of the British brewers order online. There's about 3 breweries that team up and go over from the UK.
Oh, really?
And I won't mention the names because I'm not going to do that. But the rest of the brewers in the UK get left with basically what's left, what hasn't been picked by the big boys. And they've got to pay top dollar for it because it's been shipped over from the West Coast. It's like...
That's how it works. It's like when you look on the back of a beer and it says hop extract. That's not necessarily a bad thing. All that is the hops that were left after everyone else had bought theirs.
Well, no, it's not. Well, it's hop oil. That's what it is. So it's if you squished everything down and squeezed the oil out of it. So you can use hop oil effectively.
It's made out of literally what is left. So I've heard this about Yakima. So when people go to the Yakima hop fields on the West Coast, Sierra Nevada apparently have someone there like full time just watching the crops.
It was the Yakima fields that I was talking about now. I didn't want to mention any names, but
no, it's not to say. I know for a fact that Sierra Nevada have someone there constantly watching the crops, and if they say, right, these are ready, everything goes mad, and the staff get into action. They start harvesting all of those hops. That's why Sierra Nevada are the best brewery in the world, because their hops are the freshest. They get them exactly when they want them, and they are an independent brewery. Don't forget. They're not owned by anyone.
Insane.
Yeah, it's insane. That is why they're the dogs. You know what? They're on it. They are on it. Even after what 40 years now they've been going. They're still on it.
Yeah.
They will not let their standards drop. They're just like, if the hops are ready, we want them at that particular point. They got to have them. So,
which is why, and I haven't had any Hoptimum from Cascade Club, but I think that which is why, if you can buy a bottle of Hoptimum from Cascade Club, buy it.
Yeah.
Because it will just, or Torpedo, someone top shelf just said, yeah, Torpedo, another classic.
Absolute classic.
Right.
Absolute
Are we
classic.
going to catch up with these comments?
Do
Go
it
for
because I need a wee.
Okay. It's so much hotter down here, south, 66 degrees. That'll shaft the dogs. Yeah, I think it would. Love tin, whatever that means. I was in Thailand and it was 44 degrees and manageable. 44 degrees here is death. Yeah, probably right. Love Tom. It's a shame he allows Prince Andrew to stay in his camper. It's true. Oh dear. Best trilogy of films, Paul, Bourne movies, all very good. Yeah.
Oh,
true.
I like the Bourne films.
Yeah, they're good trilogy. They're legit. Henry's telling everybody to like that. Can we get it to 100? That'd be amazing. That would be. Oh, it's at 110 already. What the heck? That's mental. Raphael de Fura, not your average globetrotter. Ah, I met this guy on another stream. Bro, one of these Fridays, you have to come back onto the Man Cave Portugal. I would love to. Absolutely love to. I found you guys randomly. And, God, just choked myself. And you're awesome. What a good bunch. Good fun. So this guy, Paul, he's got a big channel and he's based in Portugal. And he's got that voice that is like, his mic is like, hi there, yeah. And he's got like an American accent. He's like, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, so sexy and it's fine. Yeah, I've been all over the world. And but his setup's really sweet. So yeah, it's a cool guy. Cool guy. Yeah, I will. I'll come on. I'll definitely come on. I'd like to do that. And what we need to do is somehow get my beers to all of you guys, and we'll all have a beer together.
Whereabouts is he based?
He's based in Portugal. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. They're a really cool bunch. It's hilarious because when you go on their live stream, it has a disclaimer on the bottom about we're going to talk all sorts of stuff basically that none of you are going to agree with. So if you get triggered, just leave before you start. Do you know what I mean? It just makes me laugh. So yeah, cool bunch, very welcoming. I just rocked up, slightly squiffy, and they just welcomed me in. They were a really cool bunch. David Wilson says, Brad, you need to be out and about of Brunmore. The Colmore is the Thornbridge pub. We'll have a Jaipur on tap. I had a nice drink today. Great cup of coffee. I had a beautiful coffee this morning. John, are you saying Jaipur is the Keith and Lorraine of beers? I don't think any beer is ready for. I've got to do a Keith Lorraine beer. Once had Jaipur in Manchester Airport a good few years, maybe 6 of them. It was amazing, and that was in an airport. See, that's what I mean. I think it was cutting edge. I think it was cutting edge at the time.
Oh, at the time, yeah.
Lee W is big channel Paul and his woolly back mates. Woolly back.
Luke. I don't know what that means. How are you, Luke?
The back's not that woolly, although my wife rolls me around in the garden to pick up leaves.
Woolly back mates. I don't know. He's from North. He's from Borough.
He's a proper northerner like me. Is old
Proper North. Don't talk no sense. You don't know.
He done a 9-hour round trip to be at Brew London for 4 hours.
Man's a legend.
Madness.
Savage man.
Just so he could give me a hug inappropriately. Which I liked. I'm not.
He didn't give me a hug, though, did he? Didn't give me a pissing hug. He sat there looking up at me, saying hello. Didn't even get up. Didn't even stand up to greet me. Outrageous. I had a pop him about this other night. He said, couldn't even bother to stand up. The disrespect.
Tennant's Extra was a great lager in its day, not super. Hi, Mr. Wilson. David Wilson. Problem for me is I live outside Birmingham in the sticks. No buses, train line, no nothing. So a taxi into Birmingham for me is about 50 or 60 quid.
Cool.
Wow.
You say you live in the sticks when you live out in the sticks near Birmingham. Is that in Cornwall? 50 or 60
Birmingham's going to be like the second city. You think the transport link?
New Street, mate. 60 quid. All right.
That's mental. Brad says, I can go to London from not far away from here for like 25 quid.
Yeah.
And back. There and back to London, 36 quid, something like that. I'm going for my mate's 30th next month, David. Ouch, Brad. Didn't realise. Brad has a donkey, but his key don't work. That's true. All right. And he's there shoving that key in. And it's just the donkey's screaming. Henry's loving it. Adrian's laughing. Luke, you're a donkey, you prat. Hey, it's Jack Bandit. Hello.
Hey, Jack.
Resident Crash Minder.
Jack, the what is he? He's a graphic designer, isn't he?
He's a graphic designer from Wisconsin.
He's a raccoon. He's just a raccoon. That's all it is. He's
a raccoon on a mission.
When I go and see my family at Christmas,
the
hill, and it is a hill, to be fair. The hill we ski isn't far from Jack, I don't think.
Really?
Oh, the hill we ski.
Oh,
when I go see my family in America, boys.
Ski with the family.
And then we live like paupers for about 3 years to save up for it again. Cabbage soup every day.
You know, I've never been tempted to go skiing in my life. I don't know why. Just
no, me neither.
The best holiday you'll ever go on in your life.
Yeah, and you might break your thumbs in the process.
Probably just smash my face up or something, and I won't be able to drink.
But Jimbo says, I see 96. On mine, I don't see 96. I see. Well, you might have to refresh, and then it'll give you an advert for chips. But according to this, it's saying that there's 121. And now it's going to show me an advert for Elite Wrestling.
I love Elite Wrestling.
What? We've got 120, so 11 people changed their mind. Brad,
we've got 120 people in the chat.
No, but we've got 120 likes.
Oh, that's good.
Captain Meets Adventure says, I blame Canada for the likes.
This is we need Tom. He's got it in. He's got it loaded on StreamYard.
So, technically, I am a Canadian. May contain nuts, who is actually medieval, says now 100. It's pushed it over. Matt Williams says Broadside and Paul and the Hells. Oh yeah, Paul and the Hells. That's a good beer.
Paul and the Munich Hells. That's £2 a bottle. It's insane money for the beer.
Yeah. David is laughing. He says, I don't know if my taste buds have changed still. Haven't had a decent pint of ESB recently. Really? Oh, why have that? Please don't say they've messed with it. Don't. Asahi, if you're watching, which I know you will be, because I'm the biggest brewery on YouTube in the UK, apart from Brewdog, and no one cares about them. Don't mess with your ESB. Leave it alone. Matt Williams says, Budweiser, Budvar. I love a bit of, yeah, it's up there. I prefer that. I prefer Budvar to Warsteiner.
I'll tell you what, Budvar was better when Redeem poured it. It was creamier. There was something about it. I don't know what it was.
Creamier.
Slightly he jizzed in it.
Slightly salty. Creamier.
Right. Whilst John's gone, I'm going to promote this. I co-organise a beer festival. It's in the town of Halston, in East Anglia. So Google Halston, East Anglia, Halston, Norfolk. I co-organise a beer festival, and we're having it this weekend. I believe John's coming down. I believe Tom's trying to come down. Paul, unfortunately, can't make it, but come down and see us. It's £4 a pint across the board. There's brute IPAs in there for £4 a pint. I mean, what more do you want? There's local food, local beer, local ciders, local entertainment. Just come down and see us. £4 a pint. Come and see me. I'll take care of you. But yeah, the Halston Beer Festival. Like I say, I don't. There's no personal profit out of this. This all goes to the charity account, and it goes to local causes in the area. So yeah, come down and see us, please.
Mark, are you a local cause?
I was last Friday after we'd done that stream, and I went down the pub.
You were definitely a local cause. So I spoke to the wife Friday night. I'm going for a meal at someone's house.
Yes.
But Saturday morning, I could jump in the van and drive down.
Oh, you got to do it. Do it.
It would be pretty epic, wouldn't it?
I'd love to see you, honestly. I would.
It'd be good fun. I'm up for it. How many miles is it from me to you? Because you've driven it.
Not that many, like 200.
Is it about 200 miles?
Couple of miles.
It's about 2.5 hours, I think.
Oh, it's not that bad. 2.5 hours each way.
Yeah, it's not that much. Not much more than that. I think it might be more than that. Let's have a quick look. If I was going to go, so you live in Huddersfield.
Excuse me. Do apologise.
We're an animal.
I know. Gassy stuff.
2.5 hours, 4.
Oh.
But imagine what it's going to be like me serving you a beer.
That will be good.
And the sex. Full sex.
Full sex.
You're going to have to put some context to this full sex thing.
Full sex?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Oh, it was so funny.
Come on, Paul. Tell the story of how Mark said this.
This was the first day of Brew London. First night of Brew London, and Mark got absolutely off his nut and was just talking absolute waffle. And we was in a cab back to the hotel. And we sort of managed to get Mark into the taxi because it was kind of like, like when you're trying to put your kid in the car seat and they want to do everything, moving their limbs around to stop you from doing it. That's what Mark was doing. So we had to get him into the taxi, get his luggage into the boot, and then we eventually got going. And Mark decided to wind his window down and just kind of talk to people as we drove past them. But it was just saying the most random shit you've ever heard in your life. And every time we sort of questioned him, that would make him laugh even more. And at one point, he just came out with full sex. Like, we didn't know there was a half sex. It was like full sex. He kept saying it, full sex. We were like, what? The hell's full sex? We found it hilarious. But you've probably seen some of the videos by now. There's the one of Mark laughing, which is just outside the hotel, trying to put sentences together. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. He had a good time.
Brew London was excellent.
You were hilarious. The funniest thing. Sorry, I've got to move this because Lydia wants to go outside.
What is that?
That is my shelf.
It's his shit.
But I put it in front of the front door in front of the back door because it blocks the light.
It does block the light.
Because that glass door is a tight. Ooh, that's really heavy, and that is landed on my head. Then. It's really, really annoying. There you go. Lydia. It needs unlocking. Yeah. Okay, there she is with all my underpants.
Right, Lydia, how you doing?
She's still not talking to you, Mark, after you said full sex to her.
Full sex?
Full sex?
Full sex?
Full sex? The thing is, what I'm happy about is full sex has superseded me yakking up in your toilet after beer X. So
Yeah, that's true.
Full sex.
Yeah, that was quite funny. Oh man, it was when you tried. It was when you tried to summon demons from your suitcase that really blew my mind. I'll never forget that. That was the funniest and most brilliant thing I've ever seen. And you're like, "What's this? What's this? What's this?" And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Do this." He's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." And then you turn around and like, that was a bit weird, isn't it? And then you try to fling the suitcase over your shoulder to like carry it like that, and then you bent the handle.
Yeah, the bloody bastard won't shut now. I didn't know it was that was a reason.
That was the reason. It was when you were summoning demons from your suitcase.
We could just keep playing this. This is Mark back at the hotel. So.
Fuck you.
The thing is, I won't film people when they're drunk because I'm not that mean. But Paul actively waits until you're leathered so he can film you.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There's nothing better to see one of your mates off his nut. It's the best thing in the world.
Thing is with Paul, right? Thing is with Paul, chat, right? He kind of like starts like looking like he's drunk, and he never gets more drunk than that initial bit. So you think, oh, we've got him. He's like Iron Man. He just sticks around. It's annoying.
I feel it now. I'm like, I'm full. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to drink anymore. I'm going to stop. Because we've all been there.
Yeah.
So you hit the wall and you think, nah, bollocks, I'm going to plow through it. And the next thing you know, you're puking all over someone that you've never met before.
April's there.
It's not good.
Holding my beard, so I don't.
Yeah, don't let go of my cash. And then you got to walk back into the room that you were just in. You know you've got like chunks of stuff stuck to your beard. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. You can't do it. Yeah, it's not good. Everyone knows you've just been sick. They could probably smell it on your breath, and it's just no. It's a solid no.
Weirdly, you know when we had that dodgy pizza that I don't know where you ordered it from at silly o'clock at night at my house and you were sick. I did a similar thing and ordered pizza. I had some pizza, different place, normally not ill from there. And I felt absolutely wretched.
I wasn't sick, but I had a massive dump the following morning.
Oh man,
that's all I will say.
I felt like death. It was awful.
I think
there's something about eating pizza after having a few beers. It's not good for you. Don't do it, people.
I think it might have literally been called Huddersfield's Best Pizza or something like that. I don't know, but it was ropey as hell. It was massive. I remember that much. We opened up a box in your front room. We took up the whole living room.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it now.
It's a massive pizza.
Captain Meets Adventures. So let's be honest, everything is better than Carling.
He says, "Can I just say, Mark? May have been as pissed as me in Liverpool. Paul, you were off your tits, mate." He
what was that joke he said in that bar?
Oh my god! I nearly died 3 times over.
What was the name of the bar where he took us to?
Handyman.
He took us in this bar. We had, to be fair, a couple of really good beers in there, actually. A couple of really good beers. I was sitting there nursing a stout, I think. And he just stood up and started doing a blooming stand-up comedy routine. And it was just the most awkward thing in the world.
Brilliant.
What did he say? What did he say?
And he said, listen, everyone.
Yeah.
And
what I gotta say? Can I just say? Mad
I
man.
just want to tell you a story. And he's like shouting. Everyone's like, all right then. He goes, I was sexually assaulted at work. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're going to get us killed. And he was like, which is crazy because I'm self-employed.
Oh, dear, I was just like, oh, kill me. Kill me.
I was like, I died inside. Hey, look, I've got an invite to Portugal. Mate, I come to Portugal in a heartbeat. I just don't have money at the moment to get to Portugal.
Lisbon's one of the best cities I've ever been to.
Jeez.
Raphael,
buy me a ticket up there.
What are you doing, John? What are you doing out there?
I'm having my Slimming World beef, cream beef. Stir fry.
Creamy beef.
Oh.
Creamy beef on late night now.
It's pretty good.
Noshing on the beef.
Right. Who have we missed? I missed like that.
Oh, beefy nosh.
I'm a big fan of Fuller's Black Cab Stout. I've never had that.
It's a good beer.
It's available in Morrison's randomly now.
Paul, I want you to read this out in your best Australian accent.
I bought a box of London Pride and Fuller's Porter last night from our Fuller's supplier in Australia, Empire Liquor in Adelaide. $223 for 24 bottles. Fuck me. It didn't actually write that, but I just had to add that little bit at the end. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, my maths is basic, but I'll make that just a little bit less than $10 a bottle.
Wee.
I think what they did is they pulled your pants down and cracked your ass. That's what they did there.
It's a cracking choice of beer, to be fair. London Pride and Fuller's Porter.
Yeah, but not for that money.
The London Porter is stunning. I mean, well, it should be stunning because London is the originator of the porter. So, yeah.
I'll get some more beer out to you. Don't worry.
It's always going to be good. Yeah, well, I'll send you a proper load, mate. We won't charge you that much for it either.
Brad is off.
Take care, brothers.
Mate, he's like a good dreaming now.
You Brammy bastard. You Bradosaurus.
Gosh, that's hot.
There's 21. Is there 20 odd people watching? No, I was chatting. Come on, there's got to be someone else. Chat.
I'm still miles behind. They're waiting for me to catch up.
Nosh that beef. Yeah, catch up. We're going for a wee again.
I don't remember when I first saw your channel, but it was not cars. I don't drive. I thought it was. I thought you came from Food Tribe. Food Tribe, Drive Tribe. I did a podcast with, what's she called now? My mind's gone blank. She was ace. Such a lovely lady. Pimp my beans, lady. My mind's gone blank. Right. I think it was from Food Tribe. It was sad that that's gone, but I totally get it. Well, cheers for coming in. See you later, David, you handsome man, you. It's a scorching 36 degrees.
Yes, there we go.
Man, could you imagine 36 degrees here? It'd be unbearable.
Honestly, mate, the thing is, up that neck of the woods, it's like imagine 36 degrees here. It's humid.
It's horrendous.
Oh, it's unbearable. I've done a couple of Chicago summers. It's got up to 42, 43. It's impossible. So Jack Bandit, I hope you're all right, mate, because that'll be absolutely intolerable, really.
Been to both breweries. Used to live in Florida. Are you a Florida man?
Excellent.
I've got a pair of Pit Vipers, so I think I could be Florida man.
I'd love to be a Florida man. Not near Miami, though, the other side. I'd probably go the other side toward Tampa.
Flipping Gators, man.
Yeah, but the Gators it's all part of the sort of, you get your airboat out. Me and my missus did it. We done a month in America going around. We got family in Chicago for I've got my uncle out there and stuff, and just sort of spidering out of Chicago doing all these city trips. It was mega. What a country.
I'd love to go to America again.
They do a lot of things better.
Like,
Entertainment
yeah.
is the big one. Food is another one. And that's what I live for, really. So entertainment and food. Beer. The beer's insane. They've got a really similar sort of vibe because obviously it's such a vast place. So actually, when you get into the middle of things are quite sort of sparsely populated. So you get your brew pubs, you get your brew bars, you get your breweries in the middle of nowhere supplying 3 or 4 pubs. So you'll be in the middle of nowhere, dive into a little dive bar somewhere, and it'll be serving the beer 3 meters away from where it was drained off the tanks. It's like, oh, it's a good country. Really similar to Australia in terms of beer, actually. If anyone's been to Australia,
I just realised we had Luke. He dropped in on the comments. He's currently hosting a live.
Is he?
Yeah.
what LJF?
Yeah. As we speak,
He's
hosting a live.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, it confused me because his logo is really similar to the Beer Caddy logo.
It is.
It is. We both use the same bit of software. So I'm going to have to change it because I feel bad. I feel like I've copied him. What's the worst hop pun named beer? Not the worst taste, but in name. Oh man, there's loads and loads.
I'm sure I had a beer called Fug Off.
Fuck off.
I'm sure I had a beer called Fug Off. But I lived in Kent.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I feel like that was actually a thing.
I've got hiccups now.
Or Fug You or something. Fug Off. Fug You.
That can't be right, surely. Fuck you.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I hate puns with beer.
I love puns. Puns and like clever name things, like especially for insults or like lookalikes. I'm all over it.
Vicious finger, Santa's butt. Oh, I've got hiccups.
Hey, Chair Bear.
Hey, Tev, Aaron from Canada. Fair play.
We've got Canadian in the house.
We have
Hello.
indeed.
Yeah. I'm apparently a Canadian.
Mate, I think you're an honorary after your efforts with the old freedom thing.
Holy shit. Well, it's not saying nothing.
It's a bit weird. I thought John was frozen.
There's a beer called Dog's Ball Bags in Wiltshire.
Dog's Ball Bag.
It's called the Dog's Bollocks.
Dog's
And
Ball Bag.
John, it doesn't make it any cleaner the
No,
slower
no.
you say it. The
No.
dogs.
And that's 6.5%, and it's called a beer. It doesn't say anything else about it, and it's got beer in French, which tells me it's probably terrible. Tactical Nuclear Penguin by
That's Brewdog.
yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Bishop's Finger, which is kind of outrageous now.
Here's
Pig's
a-
Will by Stonehenge Ales.
Stonehenge.
Eh?
They've got a brewery named after Stonehenge up there.
Yeah, called Stonehenge Ales.
Apt for tonight, with it being the summer solstice.
Exactly.
What you eat there, Paul? What we got?
Marmite rice cake.
Oh, they're good. Anything
They are
Marmite.
really good. When you've had a few, they're actually really, really good.
Beautiful.
And
Them Marmite cashews are a joke as well.
they're made of
Oh,
air,
my
so they've got
God.
no calories in.
Thanks, man. Look at that. Yes, follow her for the trucker video. Love your channel. Thanks, man.
Oh, that's fine.
I've managed to recoup some of the video that we lost, and I do need to upload it. I was going to upload it the other day. There's about, I've got 6 hours. It's like the first unwindings of what happened, which I need to I need to put up really so that
Do you
people
remember
can.
when you got that troll in, John? That guy was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
on
was
the front
awesome.
line.
Yeah,
I'm on the
yeah.
front line."
Well, he actually came back on another live stream, and I caught him out. So I think he was,
Dirty boy.
yeah, but it's kind of funny because it did reflect the society we live in. Like, I don't think he was against the truckers, and I don't think he was for. He just wanted attention. That was it,
Probably.
which was crazy, mental. So I just remember the chat going from being quite nice to just super toxic in the space of about 15 minutes, if that. Is mental. Absolutely mental. But yeah, it was, Lee's off. He's up early. He's having a coffee. Otherwise, his plastering's going to be a mess. Thanks, Lee. Nice to see you, mate. Great shout out, Captain. David, I thought you'd gone. Oh, no, that's there. I've done it again.
Cheers, Dave.
There we go. We were there, weren't we? That's it. You can't best Rocky and Creed movies.
They're good films.
Bro, come here to Portugal and we'll have a beer together. I'm up for it. Send me a ticket. I'm there. John needs to come to the land of gas monkeys. Let her rip. Tater chip. Oh, I'd love to go.
I was watching him earlier when he sent that black and white, the black and yellow Chevrolet to Barrett Jackson.
Honestly. Top
He's
shelf.
looking old. He's looking old, isn't he?
He is looking old. Yeah, he's getting old now. Isn't
Greyed
he?
up on
He
it.
lives the life, though.
Woo.
I saw him at was it Isle of Man TT? Did you see that footage? He looked proper old. Like he's aged about 20 years in the last 5.
Have you seen his missus though? She is smoking hot. That
bet
she
she is.
probably worn him out. That's my
Probably.
guess.
She spunked all his money, didn't she?
Richard Rowlands.
She's richer than he is.
Who
She
is
doesn't
she?
need- Oh, she's got way more money than him.
Who is she? Playboy model or something?
No, I don't think so. She's like married to a billionaire or something crazy.
So
But
she had to pay for herself.
Top shelf, if you can put us up in America, baby, and I can get.
See that, John? Thanks for joining us, mate. That was lovely.
America, baby.
I pressed the side button on my mouse and it just kicked me out of the page.
All of a sudden, just went dead quiet. And I was like, "What the hell just happened there?"
I went full retard.
Retard.
You know, a lot of people say to me, "What are you doing in my bathroom?" It's true. Sorry, I've got a funny story. So, I was on my honeymoon in Turkey, and we were staying in this massive hotel in Kudasi. It was huge place. It looked like a blooming cruise ship, but on land. It was massive. And we had like a balcony room at the front. And we ran out of toilet roll, and I thought, I cannot be bothered to walk all the way downstairs to reception to ask for toilet roll and then come all the way back. Because the phone thing didn't work properly. They didn't understand. I'd say something, and it was in Turkish. Bog roll, bog, bum, YP, no paper. They just didn't understand. Anyway, so I said to them, I'll tell you what, the cleaner's here. I'll go and pinch some off the cleaner's trolley. But the cleaner was at the trolley. And then I thought, And then she went in the room and I thought, the door next door is open. I'll go and get. I thought the room will be empty. I'll run in and I'll just nick some toilet roll for next door. So I ran into the toilet and they were fully stocked on toilet roll. They had loads. So I grabbed a couple of rolls, and as I turned around, the mirror on the wall reflected the mirror in the corridor, and I could see the people were in the room, but they were on the balcony having drinks. And in that moment, I just froze, and I was like, "What do I do?"
And it was that moment he realised he fucked up.
Yeah, it was literally that, and I was like, "Oh no, what do I do?" So I thought, I'll just pretend that I've walked in the wrong room, so I'll sit on the toilet. So I put the seat up and I sort of pulled my kicks down to sit on the toilet. And I thought if they come in, I'll be like, I'll just pretend I've had too many beers. And I'll be like, oh, sorry. Anyway, the guy came in and I thought, I'm going to get caught. I'm going to get caught. And he got something and then went back out on the balcony. And as I saw him leave and I knew he was on the balcony and he pulled the door shut, I flipping bolted out there with the toilet rolls. Came in the door, boom. I was like,
Get out.
and Liz was like, what's happened? I was like, I just went into someone's room, stole their toilet roll, and they were in the room. It was just that realization that I thought it was empty and then it wasn't. Seeing their toothpaste on the side and all that, I was like, oh no, what have I done? And then I thought of like Turkish prisons and all sorts of awful stuff. Panicked.
Right.
Panicked.
Get another beer.
That's it.
Can I just say, Mark may have been I think he was definitely. He was. Yeah, it was good. Beer. Let's talk snack of choice. Everything.
All the good stuff. Ham.
I'm still in. I'm being a good boy tonight, drinking 0%, having back surgery next week, so sensible week for me.
Ooh, good luck with that, dude.
Ooh, hope you're all right, mate. I have not heard of Food Drop. How did you find us then? Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just thought, you're a lunatic, this guy's a lunatic, you should be lunatics together. Baby pickled gherkin, salted peanuts, salted pistachios. Yes, definitely. Sweet chili roasted corn.
Sweet Jesus.
Or a pack of cheese and onion. What? It's Stu C. Good evening, chaps. Hello, Stu C. How you doing?
Hello.
Stu C. Stu C is almost juicy, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm trying to work out the best CPU and motherboard for a friend. New PC build. So I'm semi AFK. It's all right, man. It's fine. It's from Canada. Oh yeah, Canada baby. And then we've got hail, folks. Long time no see. Eve Barlow, Rotten Crotch. That's a horrendous name. OMG, I'm still a mod from the Canadian trucker stream. Are you really? Oh my word. Imagining John shouting bum roll over and over to some poor Turkish fella has been instead. Honestly, I was like, I rang up because we ran out of, what was it? I think it was fresh water. And I said, water? What? I'm like, bottles of water, please. Can I have some more bottles of water? And he was like, huh? Like, I was like, water. So I took a bottle of water that was empty and went all the way down to reception. It was like 50 miles away. This hotel was huge. I was like, water. And he went, and this is the thing that annoyed me. He just turned around, opened the fridge and went, you want some water? I was like, so I don't want to go through it all again.
Oh, the hour.
Eve Barlow. Who was Eve Barlow?
Eve Barlow's Rotten Crotch.
Eve Barlow.
Sounds like some at Curry.
Eve
Barlow, Kim Barlow, dirty bastard.
Barlow. Eve
Barlow. Yeah,
it was.
Barlow. He's always got someone upped off for hairdressers.
Oh no, hang on a minute. Eve Barlow is that horrible cow that's going out with Johnny Depp's ex.
What? Eve
Barlow. So Eve Barlow was the horrible lady that was going out with Amber Turd.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Amber Heard's. She is a horrible cow as well.
Is Amber Heard a lesbian now?
Well, she was before.
Was she?
Yeah, apparently so.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so there's this lady called Eve Barlow, and she's been arguing. She's meant to be a journalist, but she got herself thrown out of court.
Have you had she's done an interview? She hasn't shut up, has she? She's lost the case, embarrassed herself, but she's still doing interviews.
I
And she
know.
was saying, she did an interview. She said something along the lines of, "Oh, the jury got duped into believing a man who convinced the world that he had scissors for hands." She said something along those lines, and
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
like,
yeah. You're like,
the woman said to her, "It's like for a film, love. Do you know what I mean? It's like we don't actually believe he had scissors for hands."
I just
She's
feel
cracking.
like
She's
I
off her
feel
head.
like I feel like some people are so down a rabbit hole of total and utter weirdness that they don't actually understand what is real anymore.
What is normal,
I've
yeah.
looked at I follow a channel called Popcorn. I think it's called the Popcorn Channel or something like that.
Popcorn
Planet Popcorn, and he got into an argument, and this Eve Barlow just argued with him and blocked him. So it's like she said a bit and then did a runner. It was like, hang on a minute, like if you're having an argument with someone, at least stay and have an argument, or say,
Yeah.
look, I'll have an argument with you in person. And he even offered to have her on the show to have an argument. She wouldn't do it.
Moody.
Oh, Moody, look at that. But yeah, she got herself
He
kicked
says,
out of court for all her texting and weird behaviour. So she's proper toxic. Here he is. This is the man who likes smoking, who doesn't like smoking. Never shaved his head, did he?
"Oh, is this the pussy hole done one? Is this him? Hey man, yeah, we sorted you out, brother. We got a woman on to smoke on a stream, and you bottled it. You done one. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me." Is this German guy? We thought he's a really nice guy. He comes on all the chats. He goes, "You get a lady to smoke on this stream with me. I'll shave my head." Yes, and we did it. We got a woman on. Joey, to his credit, got a woman to come on the camera, smoke a cigarette. He sat there wanking himself off for about 5 minutes, and then he cut his camera off. That's what he did. That's what he did. He buggered off.
You're dirty bird, Haswell.
Germans, you can't trust them. What are you drinking, Mark?
I've got a cocoa and hazelnut stout from Siren Craft.
Oh, I used to love Siren, man. I used to love Siren.
YouTube channel, those guys.
They have gone well basic, haven't they?
I just when they're I don't know what it is. It's just when their beers were in bottles, they were superb. And it seems as soon as they started canning their beer, they went down the shitter. I don't know what it is. I remember the last time I had a gin.
What is this like Californian IPA thing they've been doing for about a year?
It's just a West Coast IPA, isn't it?
Leave it, but it's not even a West Coast style. It's miles off.
Yeah, it's not bitter enough, is it? Not even close. Eve Barlow reckons there's footage of Amber making out with Cara Delevingne in Johnny's elevator.
Oh yeah, that came out today.
Oh,
Right, Eve, that's going to go straight in the bank, if you know what I mean.
We'll have a cheeky,
No.
we'll have a cheeky rub off to that one.
You two are terrible. No, it's just like a really like horrendous black and white lift footage thing. It's the fact that she claimed how faithful she was. And
So
yet she
I've
was
put
cheating on
in
him.
Amber Heard elevator on YouTube, right? So we got Amber Heard with James Franco, Amber Heard with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
She was with Elon Musk. She's been pictured walking down the street with Elon Musk.
How many people does she crack on with in that lift?
That lift is is the Amber Heard lift of kisses.
What a schlag.
Just not a very nice person.
Nah, she's just a lying piece of work, isn't she?
Horrible. That's it. Popcorn Planet, yeah.
Popcorn Planet.
Jack Bandit knows. So, boys, what are we thinking about the new setup? I know I need some more.
Bang average, mate.
It is, isn't it? I need some more LEDs.
Ah, good. It's good, mate. Really good.
What you can't see, just out of shot, just like I timed it, there's an LED strip that isn't working.
Paul had this, and I've got one around there. They're really hit and miss, aren't they?
Oh, it's a bloody screw fix one. So
Oh, that'd be why.
take it back and get my money back.
Yeah.
Have that screw fix. You buggers.
Well, we're gonna go till past.
Half past.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna call it a day.
I know exactly.
One more beer. One more beer.
We're going to go till 30:30 on the stream, and then we're going to go till about midnight, talking on the bloody Zoom chat.
No, we're gonna behave.
I know exactly what's going to happen.
I always say that, and then I kick us all out of chat, and then
Well, you just dug out the old fridge, Paul.
Sorry, what?
Well, you dug out the old fridge.
Oh, I'm going to America. I'm going to Founders. I'm having their
Yeah.
coffee.
That would just be really good.
you've literally drank all the ones that are in trouble. So you've had McKellar, you've had Founders. You just need to crack a brew dog open, and you've cracked it.
Founders in trouble.
Founders were in the grief, the way they treated people.
They don't like the black people.
The thing is, right?
Really, are they that bad?
No, it was like one incident with one dude who moaned that they were being racist towards him, and then Founders paid him off rather than going to court.
Oh.
So now they're the racist brewery, but they make some of the best beer in the world, so I don't care.
Well,
The one you can't like a whole organization, a whole business can't be held accountable for the acts of one individual, surely.
well, yeah, that's the worry, isn't it?
The thing is, and this was where I reserved a bit of judgment on the Brewdog stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. It's been made public about what they've done. I fully acknowledge that. But when you've got a company like Brewdog that's had the amount of employees that Brewdog has had, there are going to be 3 or 4 that want to grind an axe.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying the other side. We're so quick to hang companies, but actually, when you look at the bare bones of it, is it surprising Brewdog had 5 or 6 people? It is, I'm not saying it happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but take everything that you read in the media with a pinch of salt, because there's always 2 sides to the story.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. There's always 2 sides to every story. Someone will say this is the truth, and they're like, "Well, no, it's your truth. It's your side of the story. We need to hear the other side, surely." You know?
I'm not saying that I think this is the thing. I don't think any of us are saying that we agree with Brewdog, but it's a bit like this Amber Heard trial. Just want to see some evidence.
Yeah.
Proper proof, proper evidence.
That's
That's the way I feel about it. If somebody made the allegations to me or at me, I'd want to know the evidence. You want the evidence in and out, don't you?
Yeah. I've kind of taken a stance with Brewdog. I think their beer has been piss poor for a while now.
Yeah.
And every time not every time, 90% of the time I buy a Brewdog beer, I'm disappointed. So I wasn't buying much of it anyway. And then when all this came out last year, I was just like, do I really want to be reviewing their beers on my channel?
No.
And the answer was no. So I haven't touched a Brewdog beer for a long time.
No, it's fair. I think in this world we live in as well, I think we've got to go back to what happened. It sounds weird to say, but we've got to go back to what happened with Cliff Richard, when Cliff Richard was being accused of being a paedophile. I was living in and around that area at the time, and I drove past the gates of his, not so much his house, but I think he lives in one of these like sort of apartment-y, stately home things that's been divided up. It's all gated. gates of his house. It was police cars up and down. Honestly, you'd have thought Reggie Cray was in there.
That the BBC had a helicopter buzzing around it. They knew this police raid was going on because they probably instigated it.
Honestly,
They
it
were
was
so
disgusting.
keen. They were so keen to expose someone after the Jimmy Savile stuff. They wanted to make themselves look holier than thou after years of covering for him. You know? And there was no evidence.
There was no evidence on
The
that.
BBC being absolute scumbags, and they went after a genuine icon, a genuine national treasure.
The thing is,
they didn't
my
care.
favourite terminology is I'm an investigative journalist. Well, either you're an investigator or you're a journalist. Like they're two very different things. Like an investigator finds the facts and then the journalist reports.
I think we've got a serious question here. One for the panel. How many beers would it take for you to paddle Amber Heard like a canoe?
Oh, about half a pint. She's well fit. I know she's a dickhead.
I'd bang the granny out of her in that lift.
She was voted the most beautiful woman on earth.
She's beautiful, but she is horrible.
I wouldn't say she was beautiful. I wouldn't say she was beautiful. I just think she's hot.
Don't you think, though? For me, I don't know. Maybe this is me.
Lie to me.
When I know someone's just like...
Can we do that full screen?
It makes me not want to... I find...
Tell me I'm bigger than Johnny.
If someone's really horrible like that, it's a massive turn off for me. It doesn't matter what they look like. If they're horrible people and they're horrible humans, I think if it came to it, I couldn't do it anyway because I'd be like, it's not happening. You're a horrible cow, and if you did, she's so toxic that it'd just be a nightmare. It's just not worth it. She'd be there,
it'd be worth
pounding you to the end of the earth.
The best night of her life, and then just leave.
To be fair, I would deliver her the most disappointing night of her life. She's going to sell it to TMZ. And everyone's going to be going on about this famous 30-odd-year-old electrician. But no,
that's what's coming to here in America. I
would make Nunu feel like he just stepped on a bee. You could take that to court.
My dog stepped on a bee.
John James, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. There wasn't a head shave last time either, was there, Sean? No, there wasn't.
Parzival, you lying git face.
Unbelievable.
We provided, man. We did our part. We stuck to our end of the bargain. You left. You left. You let us down, Parzival. You let us down.
Unbelievable.
Top shelf beer reviews.
That happens to me, Dibble. It happens.
But yeah, I would bang the granny out of her.
Stop it. Stop it.
What? I didn't say anything.
Banging the granny. Stop it.
In the lift.
Stop it, all of you.
Sorry.
We're getting weird emojis with like goats and stuff.
Goats, dog and bee.
Sean James is laughing.
Oh God, yeah, she pooed in the bed, didn't she?
Yeah.
It's bed, dirty cow.
Amber Turd.
Anyone, yeah, Amber Turd. Anyone who does that, they're a goer.
No.
I took a dump in his bed.
Jesus, seriously messed up. Who does that? Who poos in someone's bed for a joke?
Who goes out with someone who's got scissors for hands? Who does that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Mega pint. I love a mega pint. I don't even know what a mega pint is, but I want one. A mega pint.
It's just because he had a large glass of wine that he...
Did you see Johnny Depp's...
They tried to villainize it, didn't they?
Did you see Johnny Depp's reaction to that? He was like, mega pint.
Mega pint? A mega pint.
Is it right, Johnny, that you served yourself a mega pint of wine? He was like that. Mega pint.
Yeah, boy, Martin sent the picture. I'm like, yeah, I would make her face look like a decorator's radio. There's no two ways about it.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Oh dear. I would.
Tear Bear says, "Go JD." Indeed, hit that like button. We'll keep talking about Amber Turd.
Amber Heard.
Well, I'm off later, people. See you later, Medieval, and enjoy doing computer stuff. And don't tell too many people that you can do computer stuff, because then you end up having to do those things. That's a normal Tuesday for me. What, pooing on the bed?
Taking a dump on the sheets.
Parzival, cheers, but don't cheers, brother him, Henry. He's a wind-up merchant. Top Chelsea says legends. Pleading mackerel and fish markets are the quotes of the century. I'm sure Johnny is my spiritual. Is that what he said? Pleading mackerel and flappy fish market. Is that what? Where's that? Did he really say that?
Flappy fish market. That's great.
Oh man, some of his comments and the way that he answered were just hilarious, and her lawyers were like,
they were amateurs. They were so.
They were a car crash.
They were so out
like, tell me actually why he is not an abuser. It's like, come on, guys.
It's like the woman who was the witness on the stand, and Amber Heard's lawyer was like, "Are you just looking for your 15 minutes of fame by coming up here and being a witness?"
Yeah.
And he turned around and went, "Tell me you're not doing the same thing by representing Amber Heard."
I know.
She didn't know what to say to that. She didn't have a clue.
She just wasn't.
And she goes, "Oh, it's a bit argumentative," and he went, "No, that's just logic." So it's like, if you want to try it with me, I'll give it straight back to you, love. It was classic, and she didn't not know what to say, and she's been on TV since, the old cow. Do you know what I mean? They were all in it for the telly. Idiots.
Well, she was the first to do an interview, wasn't she?
Yeah, straight away. I think that I'm pretty sure the stamp on the paper was still wet as she was on telly talking about it.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, how stupid are you doing that?
Yeah.
I wonder if she's opened herself up to any litigation though at that point, because
probably, yeah.
If a jury says it's so, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, she's come out, done this interview since, Amber Heard, right, accusing the jury of being, biased and siding with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp could sue her for that if he wanted to. He could sue her, and the members of the jury could sue Amber Heard for that.
Oh, that's a whole other road.
Yeah,
that's a road.
She's screwed. She needs to just shut the fuck up. Just stop talking, love.
Do you think that she lied as well in the UK courts on the stand, which means that's perjury?
Yep.
So they were texting sent to Paul Bettany. What about Amber, that she was good? A pleading mackerel in a flappy fish market. That's well harsh. So harsh. Yeah, it just goes to it does highlight a problem with modern society, which is someone can make a claim and it gets pushed all over social media without any evidence. Yeah. And then somebody gets hung out to dry and had a go at when they haven't done anything wrong. Or maybe that it's not what it seems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we're so quick, personally, we're so quick to sort of stamp people into today's society. I mean, like I say, look back to the Cliff Richard thing. Cliff Richard, was never proven guilty, but he's not done a thing since. And he's sitting at home probably wondering what the hell happened.
He's done nothing. He's done nothing, Cliff Richard. Which said BBC was so keen to be like the first on hand to brutalise someone because they knew full well what was about to happen with the Jimmy Savile thing. And there was years the BBC protected him. For years they did it. And they wanted to be the first to have a go at someone else.
I think Johnny Depp's the first of his type. I think Johnny Depp's one of the first people to be accused and to come out of, after everything's transpired, looking better than he already did. That hasn't happened. That literally has not happened. I think part of that, I think the differences between Cliff Richard and Johnny Depp were the English media. They are absolutely disgusting. Worse than the American media, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, look at Sky News all the way through that Amber and Johnny Depp trial. They just dogged Johnny and absolutely made up. They put a spin on every single thing that Amber said. It was so biased, it was painful.
Yeah. But their most left-wing media was.
Goodness me.
What this was it was just highlighting how some women are absolute monsters.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
really
I'm
are.
sure there's. Well, I know that there's guys that are monsters like that.
Yeah, of course there is, but everyone knows that. But
Yeah.
that's not news anymore, is it? It's
No.
just common knowledge, right? And only a man could be, a guilty of abuse in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Only a man could do that. So when Johnny Depp recorded all these issues with Amber, what he was doing was just telling the world that it's not.
Yeah.
And Amber Heard has just set women back about 20 years.
Yeah.
Nasty piece of work. She was a nasty piece of work. She was the abuser, and she went crying to the world that it was the other way around, and it was absolute nonsense.
So nuts. Well, when this was telling for me. When she did the TMZ stunt, and she got the Range Rover and the flat and a bunch of money because he was out of the country, and she'd lied and done the makeup stunt and all that. Her and her sister did a TikTok in the car in the Range Rover, and you could see that there was no anything there.
Yeah.
And the caption, they were dancing in this Range Rover, and the caption was "Sorry but not sorry." And I just thought, wow, I was like
She was suggesting that she'd covered up the wounds with a makeup brand or a product of makeup that wasn't actually available at the time. And the company that made it backed that up. They said that wasn't actually available at the time, so we don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Lie after lie after lie.
And then they tried to dox that, didn't they?
Yeah.
They tried to go after the company that told the truth. I mean, it's just mental.
Yeah.
Ipa, it was brutal trial. He called her a waste of a cum guzzler. Wow.
Waste of a cum guzzler.
That's so bad. Right. We're at past. Oh, yeah, the Amc cream.
Amc cream.
Honestly.
Yeah.
She could, the other side to it is, she could have her sister looks beat down by her. I really felt that all the way through that.
I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't watch any of it. I saw a lot.
You liar! You're like, yeah, and this and that, and you must have watched some videos. You know all about it.
All I saw was bits that are on social media, clips that I saw on Instagram, stuff like that. I was like, really? She said this, she said that, but I didn't watch the trial. I didn't watch any of the live bits. Why would I? I don't know either of them. I don't care.
I found it fascinating. I thought it was an interesting thing for freedom of speech and stuff like that. But yeah, it was interesting because they were talking about all these things and they were trying to lay it on makeup and stuff like that. What's to say her poor sister wasn't like, she was like, look, just smack me in the face as hard as you can. Just do it once. Just do it once so I get a bruise. I mean, that wasn't even explored, but it could have been. I mean, no one, she was nuts, man. We're absolutely nuts. Completely nuts.
Yeah.
It's gone mental. So, Amc cream. Here he is. Ginger Ninjas United Front strike. Gingers.
Look, you're literally still hosting a live. What are you doing, man?
Is he still alive?
Are you that bored? Come on here.
Well, no, we're going. I'm finishing now.
Are we?
10:30. I'm done. So if you're in chat, there's 15 of you. Go and see Luke John beer reviews.
Yeah.
Head over there and he will entertain you with his northern ways.
I didn't even realise he was on. It's only when it came on, I looked at YouTube. I was like, he's actually live right now.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
Eve Barlow said, so you didn't factor Dr. Curry. Dr. Curry, who was
I've got an announcement to make.
No, don't. If it's rude.
Oh, no.
It's not rude.
Don't you dare.
It's not rude. It's not rude. Just got an announcement to make. My channel has just cracked the 5,000 subscriber mark.
Yes. Cheers to that, mate. Love a bit of that.
Squillion million.
And I missed it. I missed the 5,000. I couldn't take a screenshot of it. It's on 5,001. I'm actually gutted.
Why?
Congratulations, man. You honestly, your reviews they're well worth the 5,000. Honestly,
They're bang average.
They're bang average at best. Bang average at best.
yeah, but I think that's what people like. They don't want all the pump and bollocks.
Puff and bollocks. Jack Harris just dropped in a £5 super chat.
Jack, the first super chat of the night and the last.
And
He's got it up. What is that thing?
There's nothing wrong with watching Luke. I didn't actually know Luke was live. There's so many channels now.
If you do it live, you're gonna upset someone, aren't you? If you do
yeah, you're gonna end up clashing with somebody. It's just how it is. Luke, I'm sorry. It's not often I get the time because I've got kids. So if I do it, I just do it. You know what I mean? There's no offence. No, there's certainly no thinking about it. But thank you, Jack, for the 5 squiddly diddlies. I will spend that all on liposuction.
He's gonna buy drugs.
5K, small channel, ain't it? 5K is not bad.
mate, I tell you what, I'll be happy if I'm alive
What?
to see 5K on this channel.
Yeah, me too. I've been stalled at 2,000 praises. And I only got there because of my Canadian friends. So, yeah.
Mental.
My Canucks, baby.
Canucks.
But yeah, 5K, small channel for YouTube, but big for BeerTube, I guess.
British beer tubing, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It was a Jack Howard and that.
The Mark's beer review signs, yeah. And is that just a pair of bollocks? I can't even make out what that is.
Yeah, it looks like nuts.
I was worried he was actually going to get me a real life goat, but he's got to be cuddly to a goat.
I forgot about this. If he bought you a goat, that would have been the most amazing prank. I think that would just be incredible.
I was a wee bit worried.
Oh man, and I was egging him on, which didn't help.
Well, you know.
Sorry about that. But yeah, if you got him a real goat, that would have been mega.
Awkward.
Awesome. Right, we're going to call it a night. Thank you, Henry, for being our. Every time you do your magic, Henry, we end up with like mad amounts of likes. So I really appreciate it. You're a legend. So,
That's right,
and thank you, Jack, for the £5. It's made it worth it. Yeah, only super chat of the night, so I'll take that. Thank you very much, and we'll love you and leave you, and have a wonderful week. I'm going to be nursing a hangover. I've been John at Lord's Brewing Co. See you later.
It's actually just done one. Just buggered off. I don't even know what
you're meant to say. I've been Paul from Paul's beer reviews, and then I take you out. And then he says I'm Mark from Mark's beer, Mark's Ewok Craft, whatever it's called. And then we finish the stream.
You drop yourself out. I've been Paul from Paul's beer reviews, and if I dropped myself out like that,
and I've been Mark from the Halston Beer Festival this weekend. Come and see us, boys. See you later.